All right. Well, good evening, everybody. We got myself here, Joel in the background doing some other stuff right now. He'll be on momentarily. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning here in effect. Two counties involved. Let's go ahead and pop up the radar here on the back end of things, Allegan and Van Buren counties. Yellow boxes here on your screen. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I don't want to get too far into this without you guys being able to hear me. So give me a thumbs up or something in chat if you guys can. Would appreciate that. Again, so West Central Allegan, as well as all of Van Buren counties under a severe warning here. And that's going to be until the time frame of 12:30. It's going to go over past midnight. So for right now, let's go ahead and take a peek at all these storms here. So first and foremost, zooming out, we do have a cluster of storms up here in northern lower. A lot of rain there. Severe threat up there is quite low. Not going to rule out anything out up there, but again, that's just looking pretty cluttered, not really organized. The only real threat we're kind of seeing right now is down with this line that stretches from Muskegon all the way down here toward the bottom of Lake Michigan. This warning comes as no surprise because looking on radar, we're seeing a few things. First and foremost, your wind velocities are quite strong. In fact, I was actually just typing out a text to the guys behind the scenes saying that this is probably going to need at least a statement or a type of warning here because the winds here have not died down as it's across Lake Michigan. So gusty winds here along the leading edge of this line. Taking a peek at what radar's showing here, a few thousand feet off the ground, we're getting upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour. So the warning in effect here is going to be strictly for 60-mile-per-hour winds. It also says dime-sized hail is possible, so not severe hail, but the wind here is definitely worth the look here as well. So we have Ben up. I believe we have Ben chasing this new warning now for Berrien just popped in. So now we have Berrien County, northern Berrien to be exact, under a warning. So this just popped in. So northern Berrien now under a severe warning for, again, 60-mile-per-hour winds as that line comes on shore here. There is no tornado possible tag with this warning. It is strictly for wind. Make that clear. All right. So a few other things we're going to notice with this as well is what we're thinking could be an MCV, which is right here. Now, if we back this up, there you can see some spinning motion. What an MCV basically is a localized area of low pressure here. And as we back this up here, you can see it kind of. It's very hard to make out if you don't know really how to read radar. But in that general localized area there, you can see it kind of spin there. That's what we think is an MCV, and that could definitely drive these storms to push out a bowing segment here of wind as it moves through Allegan as well as Van Buren and Berrien counties here. So be inside, away from windows. Again, there is no tornadic risk at this point. Anything that would happen like that would be quite a low risk. Damaging wind should be the primary and only concern as we get through the evening. Not seeing any rotation on radar, just a bunch of wind here. And that wind does look to be upwards of 50 to 60 plus miles per hour. So this wind is not on shore yet. It will be on shore from Holland all the way down along the lakeshore, Douglas, Ganges, South Haven, Covert, down to Benton Harbor, all the way over to the US 131 corridor. So areas that are not in the warning should be on alert, though. Wayland, Plainwell, Kalamazoo, Portage. You guys are in line for this storm. If it holds its strength, we'll reach you guys here next hour or so. Within the hour, I'm going to say these storms are moving pretty quickly here. We're going to say the warning text is east at 40. So if we were to track the storms to Kalamazoo or to the 131 corridor here at 40 miles an hour, we're going to be looking roughly about 68 minutes. So about 45 minutes to about an hour worth of time before it gets to the 131 corridor. You guys got some time over there, but immediate threats here, Van Buren, Allegan, and northern Berrien County. All right. Got Alex on with me. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Ryan.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just been watching the line of storms all evening like you have. And right now I haven't left. Looking to probably head out here in a little bit to see what we can see here.
Oh, so you're going to be chasing here momentarily?
We'll see. Yeah, it's nighttime, but I might head out for any kind of visuals that I can see out just to the west of Kalamazoo, probably.
Okay, cool. So we're going to have Chandler's also deploying as well as Ben. So we're going to have potentially 3 eyes on this storm. Potentially. Of course, it is nighttime out, so we're not going to get too hopeful here. But we do have a few eyes going out for sure. I see a comment here asking about rain totals for tonight. I'll go ahead and pop out the model to give you guys a better idea real quick. I'm not going to show it, but I will tell you guys we do probably have probably a half inch at least for a majority of us here in Lower Michigan. It's going to be pretty soaking rain for sure. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out real quick. There we go. I'd say probably depending on your area. Where's that comment? I already lost it here. Hold on. A Rocker 88. There you go. How does accumulation totals look after today's rain? Depending on where you're at, it's going to be between anywhere from an inch to about a quarter inch. If you get into a heavy thunderstorm for a while, it's likely going to pour rain for quite some time. So upwards of an inch if you get in the heaviest. Otherwise, a quarter inch to a tenth or so across the entire state is likely. And as always, thank you for becoming a member for 1 month there. Appreciate your support. Yeah, so I see some comments here about these storms producing different types of severe across the lake in Wisconsin. Now, across the lake in Wisconsin, the environment over there is a little bit different. They don't have a cap in place. We do. So that's going to hinder these storms, their overall potential. Wind shear does remain pretty good, not going to lie, but instability is lacking big time. And got that cap in place as well. So the combination of those two would warrant a little bit less of a concern for the overall tornadic risk tonight. I'm not really seeing one at all. But again, we're going to go with the never zero, but very low chance. I also want to mention up here, heading into Kent County, Grand Rapids, you have a band here of non-severe gusty winds, probably 30 or 40 miles per hour there. So Allendale, Port Sheldon, Casanova, heading to the south south/east, pretty much a due east movement actually. So moving about this way, right about there, looks like roll back. Go ahead and mute him while he gets ready here. So that's moving into Grand Rapids there. Not severe, but still some gusty winds are possible. Hey, there you are, Joel.
Hey.
So we'll keep an eye on that. And if that strengthens itself there, we'll keep an eye if that goes warned or needs a statement or something like that. We'll wait for that to be issued. But again, these severe warnings are in effect. Van Buren, Allegan, and Northern Berrien until 12:30 a.m. For 60-mile-per-hour winds. No hail, no tornadic risk with this storm at this time. I believe we have Ben who's going to be chasing. He'll join us, I believe, a little bit later on. He is currently in Kalamazoo County, looks like on, I knew this road a while back, heading into Vicksburg Schoolcraft area, that general road. But again, these storms, they don't.
UBW.
There you go. That's what it is. I know it's the main road that goes through there. Just slipped my mind. Anyway, this warning here as Joel's going to take over radar. Thank you, Joel. See you guys. See you guys.
No, I just wanted to put it up.
Okay.
Take yours back.
All good. So again, this is going to be our heaviest winds back here. They're saying that these winds, where you see the strongest on the leading edge, 50 to 60 likely on there. And that's still offshore. We do have buoys and stuff like that along the lakeshore. So if these are severe winds, we're going to get reports of these as they pass over those buoys. We'll have a much better idea if this is severe or if it's just strong in nature here within probably 15 minutes or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. But one factor, again, we're going to mention that's here present is our MCV potentially here. Again, if we back this up, you can see some rotation in the overall pattern here. Not for like a tornado, but overall just for the storm mesoscale feature. We're just kind of watching with that. Looks like it's a very weak MCV potentially trying to spin here. And that can locally enhance lift as well as provide some extra shear as well. So we're going to watch that, and especially down here with this line. The MCV up here would definitely suggest warrant watching, especially along this line right there, heading in towards South Haven and Benton Harbor. All right. But the MCV itself, if that is actually an MCV, which it does appear to be, can locally enhance the winds. So all along this leading edge here, gusty winds, that's why you got that warning here. Those are likely moving in very soon to the West Michigan Lakeshore. In fact, we do have a South Haven camera here. Let's go ahead and pull that up behind the scenes and see if we can pull any lightning shots off that. So give me a second to pull that in.
Given the amount of lightning out there, we should have some good shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't pull it up here. It's getting loaded. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in for some reason, or maybe I can. There we go. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to bring this in on the website. Come on. Work with me here. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull that in real quick. Oh, yeah. Good lightning show. Good shelf cloud on that, too. Let's go ahead and pull that in. So live camera here facing west from South Haven. I can't enlarge it, so I apologize, but that is a live view. You can find this webcam yourself at South Haven, Michigan, or southavenmi.gov. Or if you just want to or Google South Haven live cam, you'll find this camera. You can go access it yourself. So wait for a strike there. It'll light up the sky. We'll hop back off and back on the radar. And of course, it's going to be shy now and not want to do anything. Come on, give me a strike. There we go. Oh, that was a bolt. That was awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get back on radar, guys. Pop that back in. We're going to pop out this. There we go. Perfecto. So severe warning in effect. 60-mile-per-hour winds is your hazard. No tornado risk, no hail risk right now. Van Buren, Western and Central Allegan County, as well as Northern Berrien. So the warning goes up to Dorr, to Hopkins, down to Otsego/Plainwell. So it's kind of cutting Allegan County in half here. So Van Buren, all of Van Buren, western half of Allegan, and northern half of Berrien. I do want to mention as well, this lineup here by Grand Rapids is also intensifying just slightly here, getting 30 to 40 plus mile-an-hour winds as it moves into Grand Rapids. So likely gusty winds heading into Kent County, especially Grand Rapids Metro along the leading edge there of this line. So no statement, no warning in effect there. If one does get issued, we'll let you guys know. But regardless, prepare if you live in Kent County for some gusty winds as well, back down here toward Ottawa County, back through Allendale, Wyoming areas, down here toward Jenison and Hudsonville.
Yeah, given that those winds there are a little closer to the radar, closer to the grounds, I would definitely say Kent, eastern Ottawa County, western Kent County, be ready for some stronger winds, even though there is no statement or warning in effect for them right now. I would definitely expect some stronger winds there too as well.
Yep. I do have a radar pulled up on the right side over here that I'm looking at that you guys can't see. So I'm watching that closely here. It is intensifying. So wouldn't be shocked if one gets issued here shortly, at least a statement. It doesn't look severe though just yet, but if it continues to strengthen, it would. So regardless, though, we do have a severe warning. 3 counties involved: Van Buren, Allegan, and Northern Berrien until 12:30 a.m. And again, your only hazard with this at this point is 60-mile-per-hour winds. Your gust front's about to arrive on shore next about 5 minutes or so. So this is their heavier winds showing up here toward Holland and South Haven. I'll pull that South Haven camera back up behind the scenes. I'm going to watch and see if I can get a visual on perhaps how gusty these winds are, if we can make anything out through the lightning. So I'm going to pop out that behind the scenes. There are still people out on the pier. We talked about this. I'm not going to pull this in. We talked about this a few streams ago, how we had a severe warning rolling in for South Haven, lightning all around you, and people are just out there walking around like nothing's going on. You guys can't be doing it. Like, I'm not trying to scold you guys here, but I know
we are kind of scolding you guys a little bit here. That's
the people. Yeah, it's more so general public here. I know a lot of you guys who watch us are, informed and stuff like that. You guys know what to do, but stay off the beach. We have a severe storm rolling in. There's no reason to be on the beach. In your car, okay, maybe you can get a good visual from your car. But on the beach, lightning striking all around, gusty winds, perhaps severe. Come on, guys, be smarter than that. All right, that's going to be arriving in South Haven next 3 minutes. Looking at the winds there, it doesn't look too windy just yet, but the waves are definitely picking up for sure. I'm going to watch that here in the background for a minute. New scan coming in. Should be arriving here momentarily. Let's go ahead and get our MEDAR stations up and going so we can get a visual or a estimate on some wind speeds here. There's our wind speeds. So South Haven here, gusting to 22 miles an hour currently. Holland is gusting to 29. We'll see if that rises. I see your comment, Alex. I'm watching it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a peek back at Grand Rapids radar here. We're going to go ahead and leave that up there. We're going to go ahead and pop out my other radar just to be safe so we have all points covered here. Perfect. All right, so Benton Harbor gusting to 24. So pretty gusty winds out there, not severe, but still gusty. I'm not sure if that's a live gust or if that's just most recent gust. There goes the power. Where you at, LP or L Poland? I'll pull up a consumer's map here as well. See a couple comments asking about the earlier damage up there from the earlier potential tornado in Aranac/Gladwin County. Have not heard of anything yet confirmed. And like we said before, though, if that does happen, we will let you guys know as soon as we do. All right, so the wind should be arriving onshore here any minute if they're not already. From Holland down to Benton Harbor. You guys are in a severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. Not as well, but that's the only hazard with that. The other...
Looks like, Ryan, that station ID was updated at 11:20.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll see how often that updates. But do we have the ASOS website, perhaps, Alex, we can pull up? Because I'm not sure the link to that.
Yeah, I can grab that real quick.
Okay, just keep an eye on that. If you see anything worth noting, go ahead and break in.
Yeah. Also, I know on Radar Omega as well. Do you have I don't know if any of the buoys just offshore might have any data.
Perfect.
Or if they update more frequently or not.
Gust to 38 over there. Do we have any more? We do on South Haven. 1050. This is an hour old. So these aren't really going to help us. There's 11. It's a little bit closer. But kind of don't want to get too far in depth with looking around there. If you just notice anything else, let me know.
Will do.
Duck GBT with a super chat. What's it going to be like for Richland? Richland, probably some heavy winds potentially. You're a little bit downstream from this. So be prepared next hour or so for you guys. I know Richland's over here somewhere. There you guys are. You got no warning yet. If this continues to hold its strength, it'll reach you in about an hour or so. Damaging wind should be your only concern tonight. East at 40 miles per hour. That is correct. That's the movement of the storms. So Northern Berrien, Van Buren, and Allegan counties are the counties underneath the warning here. We have a new special weather statement for up here near Gaylord's CWA. I believe it's going to be for Gladwin County again. Yeah, Gladwin County. It's actually been in effect. Just notice this. Winds to 40 as that moves through your area. So that's not severe, but it is. It's not close, but gusty winds up there potentially as well. Bulk of this storm is approaching the land right now, so you guys should be getting gusts right now on the West Michigan Lakeshore. I'm going to go ahead and pin that. So those of you watching on Facebook, we just pinned the stream. So if you guys need to leave Facebook and come back, you can just go to our page. It should be the first thing you see on our page, on our homepage, should I say. Otherwise, we are live simultaneously on YouTube as well for those of you who want to watch on YouTube. And yes, the only concern right now with these storms are damaging winds. So no risk right now that we see for hail. No risk right now we see for tornadoes. Here's your hail tracker here. We're not seeing much of anything. And as far as rotation goes, there's really nothing we're kind of watching here that catches our eye. We're going to watch it close just because the wind shear is pretty good, but we're not going to have, we have a cap in place, but we also have instability concerns as well. We're just not having too many ingredients, so to speak. If we bake a cake, we have a few ingredients, but we're missing like the flour, we're missing the sugar and the frosting. We're missing a few things here to bake the entire tornadic cake.
Yeah, Ryan, also there is a mesoscale discussion out from the Storm Prediction Center. They are watching the area potentially for a weather watch, but right now the conditions look to be too isolated for them to issue one at the current time, but they are monitoring trends.
Is that a 20% or a 5% or?
I just got it. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
They don't have a percentage because they have the MD off of the severe thunderstorm watch that's currently out in Illinois.
Gotcha. All right. See a couple comments here. Thank you, Jason, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the team, Jason. I also see Lexi asking about Outage tonight. Outage should be okay. Perhaps some gusty winds at most up there. Not expecting to get too much in the way of severe weather for you, but don't be shocked if you do hear some thunder, perhaps some loud thunder overnight. These winds and these storms should be dying out as they approach the US 131 corridor. Any points eastward should be just weakening even further. So Outage should be fine later on tonight. But again, rain and storms are still likely across the state. Now some gustier winds heading into Grand Rapids here, not severe. Looking like 20 to 30 miles an hour, perhaps close to 40 in spots, from Rockford down to Jenison, down through Port Sheldon, Holland area. So keep in mind, Kent County, southern Ottawa County, for that gusty band of storms moving through. What's up, Joel?
Hello.
Hey, Joel.
Gonna take a peek at these MEDAR stations. Not seeing any updated information. So
I don't have any updated information either right now.
okay, I'm watching on South Haven. It does look to be pretty gusty, but doesn't look to be like severe type of gusty. A lot of waves, a lot of wave action there. That's about it. So if you're just tuning in, we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. First one is going to be for the western central parts of Allegan County, as well coupled together with the entire county of Van Buren. That's going to be this warning box here. We also have one for northern Berrien down here for Benton Harbor areas. 60-mile-per-hour winds are your hazard. There is no risk on this warning for hail, and there is no possible tornado tag with this. It should strictly just be damaging winds as your main concern. And if we see anything different, we will tell you guys that. But right now, we do not. Do we have is Chandler going out at all, or is he staying put?
I don't know.
Last I know, he said he might be staying put depending on how this evolves.
Gotcha.
He just might be too much out of position down in Edwardsburg.
Okay.
I see the special weather statement expired. Is that true? Up in Gladwin?
Correct.
Okay.
Still watching the Kent County area here for a band of heavier winds moving in. Not severe, but 40 or so, up to 40 mile per hour winds possible. Elude, not seeing much in the way of any tornadic risk tonight. We're going to go ahead and say it's never zero, but tonight would be a pretty low chance for that happening.
Yeah, definitely. With Portage getting hit, not only with the tornado back in May, but also the damaging winds from back on Sunday. So definitely a concern whenever we have severe thunderstorms moving through. Remember, damaging winds to 60 miles an hour can cause significant damage to property, whether it's power lines, power outages, trees down, whatnot. So if you are in that severe thunderstorm warning, if you're in Allegan or Van Buren County, respect the polygon. Make sure you're, inside in a sturdy structure, away from windows. Because like we have on radar here, those winds are looking to be gusting close 50 to 60 miles an hour as they move onshore right now. So.
Just a comment about the storm near Chicago. That one looks to be skirting just on its current track, probably south of the state line.
Yeah, those are moving more east-southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking a peek at Chicago really quickly here. Big old band of storms there, but it's going to probably dive southeast like these guys just said. If it doesn't, though, I'd be more concerned for a flooding risk.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long, long line of heavy rain.
I mean, there's already a flash flood warning right there in northern Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and advisories, this whole entire green area. So the boxes you see are flood warnings, and the no bordered boxes are flood advisories. Let's go ahead and take Grand Rapids again.
84 in South Haven. Wow.
Yeah, it's still pretty hot out there.
Yeah, it's very warm down here.
Yeah, for those who are just tuning in, these storm warnings are in effect until 12:30. It looks like 12:15 for the Berrien County one, 12:30 for the Van Buren and Allegan County one. Again, 60 mile per hour winds. Radar indicated.
IWX has continued Berrien County, 60 mile per hour winds, pea-sized hail possible. So that warning continues for northern Berrien.
Yep.
It's going to be...
If you know anyone that's along the 94 corridor, feel free to share the stream with them tonight. That's supposed to be riding right down 94 towards Kalamazoo and Battle Creek later if we can stay together. As well as points north, Allegan County, 131 corridor south of Grand Rapids into Hastings and Berry County as well. That's the current track, at least on these, but it looks like it's starting to dive a little bit more south.
Yeah, I'd be alert if you live in southern Kalamazoo County, St. Joseph, and Cass. I'd be on alert for potential downstream warning here, although we don't have any confirmation of anything severe happening, so they may just forgo the warning. But you guys would be in line there. Looks like we have some new development there as this came on shore, guys.
Yeah.
Just kind of develop new updraft there. Perhaps an outflow boundary coming out of that now. We'll have to see if that comes on radar here in the future scans, but interesting nonetheless there. We're going to keep it on our radar here. going to keep it right here centered. So again, severe warnings in effect: Van Buren, Allegan, and Northern Berrien counties. 12:30 a.m. expiration for Van Buren, Allegan. 12:15 for Northern Berrien.
These thunderstorm warnings are only just normal thunderstorm warnings. They're not considerable or destructive, but they are thunderstorm warnings nonetheless. So 6-mile-per-hour winds, you want to watch out for those.
Yeah, South Haven camera is basically covered in rain at this point.
That makes sense.
Can't really see much of anything. Still a lot of lightning out there. So
Yeah, I'm thinking whatever that possible MCV was over the lake, aiding in these storms, are really basically keeping these storms together. If you look at some inside baseball for Ryan and Joel, if you guys look at that mesoanalysis, we don't have any parameters whatsoever for severe weather going on right now in Michigan.
Yep.
So I think that's the only reason I can think of that these storms even really held together over the lake. I'm not seeing much in the way of maintenance of these storms right now, other than that MCV adding some localized lift and wind shear.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex.
That's all I got.
Yeah, there's really no instability around. There is some wind shear, but that's not going to get you severe weather alone. We have wind shear on a lot of our days of the year. You got to have that lift. You got to have that mechanism of sustaining these storms, and also a source to fuel. And that's just we don't have that tonight. These storms should not hang out too long, realistically speaking. Waiting for these MEDAR stations to update, and they have not updated. So let's go ahead and take back our velocity here. So we'll wait to see what these stations gust to, because that will tell us how strong these storms really are. So yellow boxes, orange boxes here are going to be your severe warnings. It doesn't look too severe up here, for example, in Allegan County, but these winds can be cranking here. In fact, this is actually quite close to what we call an MCV, which is centered right about here. And that alone can increase your winds, especially on the surface here. So just because it doesn't look like too much in the way of heavy rain like reds or purples on radar, doesn't mean that it's not severe. These winds can crank up in these gusty rain showers and storms as well. And these are winds that are roughly 40 to 50 plus miles per hour, fairly close to the radar site.
Yeah, just south of Verizon, there's looks like pretty decent dust there.
Yep.
We got our Chaser Partner Network guys out there tonight, Drew and Ben, who I had the pleasure of having Applebee's with tonight.
What'd you have, Joel?
It's a busy day.
You guys deserved every bite of Applebee's that you got.
Yeah. Then this is our part 3 coverage today for those who missed it earlier, or for the first time viewers here. Again, we've covered all severe weather so far this year and last year, and continue to do so.
Feel free to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, however you'd like to. First-time watchers are always welcome to join our team. We cover everything. We don't miss a single beat.
Yeah. Earlier today it was Supercell wrapped in rain. It was very hard to chase. Hopefully next time, it's not as high precip. Because when you're out there storm chasing, you want to make sure you can see things. And today we had rain about 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Looks like Drew is. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Joel needed a lifted truck with some mud flaps. Some of the roads he was going down.
Yeah, those back roads in Gladwin County. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the area who's watching right now, but I'm glad I had 4-wheel drive.
Looks like Drew is now active in the Grand Rapids Metro. Drew, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Take your Bluetooth off your phone or off your car.
So he's trying to figure it out there.
We'll get him in here in a second. All right, so while Drew's figuring that out, I think he's got it figured out. Perhaps Drew, if you got it figured out, hop back in here.
Yeah, I got it figured out. Right now,
Perfect.
I am nearby my hometown, Jenison, heading south towards Durham, Michigan, just to see what this line does. Not expecting too much, but just kind of like a local storm chase right now. Just seeing a lot of rain and lightning, a little gusty winds too, a little bit on the gustier side, but nothing severe right now in Ottawa County.
It's good news there for Ottawa County.
Good news.
Ottawa County outside
There
that
we
severe warning.
Good lightning there.
As expected, a lot of lightning.
Indeed. Jacob, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you supporting our page. Welcome to the team. Again, these storms should weaken quite significantly the further east they push. So if you're watching us from, we're going to say the 127 corridor especially, which is right about here. If you're watching us from this side of the state, your guys' severe risk is quite low tonight. We don't expect these storms to make it all the way over to you as severe storms. They may not make 131 over here past this area. They may not make it past that very far. So if you live especially east of 127 here, you're fine for the night. Go to bed. Don't be shocked if you hear rumble of thunder overnight. If there is severe happening, we'll be live. Always check our page. That's one way to know if you're okay. But we don't expect it to make it past 127. Thank you, Colin, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you.
Welcome, Colin.
Looks like we have a new SWS for Cass and Berrien counties. We'll cover that here in a second. But if you guys happen to be watching along the 131 corridor here, from Grand Rapids down to the state line of Indiana, that's going to be where I guess we're going to say highest concern is, because we already have these warnings in effect here. Van Buren, Allegan, and Berrien counties. Gusty winds are likely occurring with these storms. So we could see downstream warnings issued for Kalamazoo County, perhaps St. Joseph, and also perhaps Berry County as well. We'll have to kind of see how it plays out. So far, have not received any reports of these gusty winds becoming severe, although we don't know for sure. Looks like Berrien or Benton Harbor gusted to 37. So that's still sub-severe, but still a gust. That's pretty good gust there. That'll relocate your trash can into your neighbor's yard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pop up a consumer's energy map. This is consumer's area, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Pop this up really quick here and see if anything coming in. So Holland down to roughly South Haven but below South Haven is completely a different company.
Indiana, Michigan Power.
You got it. No outages to report at this point. We're going to take a peek at the IMP map here and see if there's anything south of South Haven. So far, nothing coming in, which is great news. D-Man, thank you for becoming a member here for a month. Says, I appreciate everything you guys do. Well, we appreciate you guys supporting us. Thank you for becoming a member.
Mhm.
Berrien County warning has been canceled. So Northern Berrien warning has officially been dropped by IWX, Northern Indiana NWS. The warnings remain, though, for Van Buren and Allegan counties. Still got some gusty winds up here in the Kent County area. Still not seeing severe. In fact, it's over the radar right now. We're gonna wait for a few more minutes for this to come out the other side. There is a MEDAR station there at the NWS office. We'll see what that gusts to. Should be less than 30, I believe. South Haven, waiting for an update on that one, and Holland, still not updating.
What are you doing, Howland?
Benton Harbor did gust to 37. That was as of 11:53. So these two warnings remain in effect. We got Ben with us as well. He's chasing in Kalamazoo County near Portage. We have him up and rolling on his stream. Keep an eye on his stream and take him if need be. So we await reports or new warnings or perhaps cancellations of warnings. New scan coming around here. Okay. Heaviest looks to be over Van Buren County right now, but again, with that MCB over here in Allegan, we could still get some gusty rain showers moving in to the eastern part of Allegan County right now. I would expect these warnings to be either trimmed or updated here soon, at least for Allegan.
And those warnings for Allegan and Van Buren County, at least, are until when, Ryan? When do they expire?
12:30. Thank you, Trina, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support of our page. Welcome to the team.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Messenger family, for that report. So Grand Rapids has canceled Allegan County and continues the warning for Van Buren until 12:30. 60-mile-per-hour winds is your hazard. So now just one warning back in effect, or should I say continues to be in effect here for most of Van Buren. It does exclude now South Haven and Covert. So they're clearing you guys out of warning. But areas like Paw Paw, Almena, Pine Grove, Lawrence, Decatur, Keeler, Lawton, and Matawan should definitely be on alert as these gusty winds move your direction. The statement here for Northern Berrien as well as Northern Cass is going to be for wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour.
It's a nice, well-defined kind of boundary front right along where the edge of the storms are there in the Kent County southern portions there. You can see on velocity. Drew's got some good lightning. Speaking of Kent County vicinity.
Thank you, Colin, for that. Looks like the winds there in Kent County are still about 20 or 30. So gusty winds for sure, but no reports of anything happening, which is great news out of that region.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Can you see my spotter dot? Is it turned on or no?
Yeah, it's on.
All right. Just wanted to check.
Yep, you're good.
People are asking how long are these going to stay together, Ryan?
Not very long at all. These should remain pretty much intact, the 131 corridor. Rain's likely across the state tonight, perhaps some storms, but the severe threat should be tied down here to these storms right here as they push east, but a little bit south as well. That's probably too far of a southward arrow here, more like this. So as these push that way, they should continue to weaken. Right now, we're not seeing anything or hearing of anything significant happening, which may lead to these storms just becoming sub-severe. No power outages, no wind gust reports. We are getting a few outages now near Fenville. I spoke too soon. Near Saugatuck, Fenville, Spring Grove, Shorecrest. Scattered outages coming in now. Nothing too major, though. That's going to be via Consumers Energy. Looks like a new warning was issued for Chicago down there. Luckily, that's going to be going to our south, though. So just a few reports of power outages coming in just north of South Haven. Also got one popping in here just north of Breedsville, Columbia. So these are potentially strong winds. And that severe warning remains in effect for wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour.
It's a good check on the pronunciation. Not 16, 60. Is that what you're going for there, Ryan?
Yeah. Sometimes I catch myself saying something too fast or comes out wrong, so I have to kind of just reiterate.
Yeah.
So we are sitting at 12,988 subscribers on YouTube. If 12 of you guys subscribe, we'll hit 13,000. We went from 9,000 or so to 13 in a matter of about 4 or 5 days. So if we can hit 13,000 tonight, that'd be great, guys.
It's because of Joel's dance. That's why.
Yeah. Ever since I danced at the was it the 11,000 mark?
I think it was the 10,000, wasn't it?
Maybe, yeah. No, it was 11,000. Either way, it's been uphill from there. Count it as like a rain dance. Speaking of that, good news, everybody. Y'all are getting rain tonight. So no matter where you are.
Speaking of rain, especially if these storms don't dive as far southeast as we were expecting, given that those showers and thunderstorms stretch back across Lake Michigan into northern Illinois, there is a chance at least some parts of the state, southern parts of the state, get some training and some localized heavy rain, flooding issues.
Completely agree with you there.
We just hit 13K, by the way.
Hey,
Congrats, everyone.
congratulations.
Thank you guys for watching, as always. And
Thank you, everyone.
All right, so severe warning remains in effect for Van Buren County. 60-mile-per-hour winds. This line of storms is moving in toward Paw Paw, Almena, right along 94 here, Lawrence, Keeler, Decatur, Pine Grove. You guys should be indoors, away from windows as this storm passes. There are a few reports of power outages coming in. Nothing widespread, nothing scattered, nothing like that. Just a couple isolated outages, perhaps some gusty winds coming through the county right now. Have had no reports of severe winds or damage at this point. So we'll keep an eye on that, and if anything changes, we'll let you guys know. The winds do remain strong via radar here. Taking a peek at our inspector tool, we're getting 40 to 50 or so. Roughly about 50.
Duck GBT with the $1.99 super chat asking status for Richland.
Richland, let's go ahead and track you guys real quick. So we're going to find Richland. There you are. These storms are moving about 40 miles an hour. So let's just go ahead and track this right toward your direction at 40. Looks like you're going to get to Richland in roughly 30 minutes or so. So your status as far as severe weather goes, perhaps some gusty winds there. Not seeing anything severe at this point. Had no reports, nothing like that coming in. So we're going to say gusty winds are likely for you. They should be sub-severe. Should anything change, let you guys know. And again,
My guess is they'll probably issue a special weather statement here for Kalamazoo County. Just given that the winds are strong, but looks like sub-severe right now on radar. So,
right.
Probably the best guess, at least right now.
I agree. We'll see what they do, though.
Yep.
We got a few minutes before they issue or need to issue anything. It's still, a good ways away from Kalamazoo County.
Yep.
Either way, we're going to have to watch the rest coming over the lake, too, especially for our southern counties, so Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph. You guys not really in that warning yet, but starting to arc down your way. Alex, are you out chasing or did you stay put?
No, I stayed put with Ben and Drew out.
It's coming for you.
I know.
One outage now popping up on the IBM or the IMP, Indiana Michigan Power map. It looks like there's 17 outages coming in from the Covert, Paw Paw, Hartford, or not Paw Paw, Hartford, Bangor, Covert areas. So we have multiple people out of power in the area, which is going to be right behind this line here, this area right here. So this storm is producing likely close to, if not over, severe winds.
And just as we were watching this line of storms as it was coming towards the lakeshore, as it was approaching South Haven to Benton Harbor, we were noting winds on radar up to 50 to 60 miles an hour. So with that warning being issued for Van Buren County, it looks like with the power outages, at least we did have some strong to damaging winds move through that area. Verifying that at least. I know we were waiting for some of the observations from South Haven and Benton Harbor. We just didn't get them. But now with these power outages coming in now, at least we're getting some reports, at least of those strong winds.
Ben might have a little bit of a shelf shot, maybe. It's a little grungy. But you can kind of see a little bit of a difference in darkness versus brightness there, kind of in the middle of the screen.
I see,
Yep.
I see it. It's hard to make out back in there, but it's visible.
Yeah. So you just sent us pictures in our partner network chat, and it looks like a nice low shelf there. switch. Back into radar here. I will say, I'll take my radar real quick. I just noticed here on radar, there's a little bit of a gust front now out in front of it, which is this little line right here, screen line. This is from the Indiana radar, by the way. This is right over Berrien Springs down to Decatur. So gusty winds probably out in front of the rain right now. Take heed of that, especially if you're downstream from the actual rain itself. Could be gusty up to 40, 50 miles per hour, especially here in the special weather statement on the northern half of Cass County and the central half of Berrien County.
I don't know if you want to switch your radar, Joel, but the Kent County line also looks to get pretty gusty by Caledonia, Freeport area. 40 via radar here, pretty close. 40-mile-an-hour winds close to the radar here. Getting about 42 at max.
It's got to load. Painful process of loading. Goodness.
There we go.
Nope.
Maybe. Looks like we have a report via train spotter in Van Buren of 60-mile-per-hour winds happening. So just want to throw that out there as well.
But where at, Ryan?
I don't know. Mike got it behind the scenes somehow.
Okay. Wonder if that was near where we're getting those power outages.
That'd make more sense. Trees down in Allegan. Thank you, Danny. You know how big or any info on that? Let us know.
This is more of a southerly dip on this northern half here. Not really lining up with anything too much in the way of like heavier rains, so it's just kind of embedded within the line. Kind of the story of today.
What we call a grunge fest.
Yep.
I'm going to pop out real quick and grab some water.
That's fine. Much needed rain.
Yeah, a lot of much needed rain over the last week with the a lot of the heat, especially in southern Michigan. 6 straight days of a heat advisory for the southern part of the state with not a lot of rain. It's much needed rain moving through the area.
Yeah, we just got a good bolt.
As I said, I pulled you in there because I saw that.
Yeah, that was a big bolt. More on the top left of my screen, but that kind of came out of nowhere.
Again, Drew is up here in the very extreme southwestern corner of Kent County, kind of behind this little bit of a bowing segment within the line of rain. Well, we're not seeing much in the way of anything rotating, so it looks like it's just going to be gusty winds, straight line, if anything, at the current time. But we're really watching kind of just the southern extent here right now, where we do have that thunderstorm warning still in effect down here in Van Buren County, and this is allowed to expire at 12:30 a.m. So at the very most, it has 7 more minutes. And a special weather statement down here along the border, central Berrien and northern Cass County. This one's in effect until about 12:45 a.m. These storms are going to be training over kind of the same area too. So kind of notice how this is a straight line back to the west over into the Chicago area. Chicago currently right now under a severe thunderstorm warning, considerable for 70-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be kind of clipping it close here down the state line. So keep an eye on that. Again, a lot of training rain over the area. So flash flooding threat still could be a threat later here in the next hour or two. We have a super sticker coming in from Joe Calroy. Thank you so much, Joe, for your support and for that super sticker. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Joe.
Right now, I'm working my way back home. Main gust front and gusty winds are 2 parts to the east, so slowly working my way back.
Sounds good. Thank you as always, Drew. And again, Drew is in the Byron Center area, give or take. Kind of Jamestown, Byron Center-ish area. Another update for Richland from Duck GBT. Thank you, Duck, for the super chat. I'll zoom down for you guys here. Switch it over. Richland's going to be right here. Heaviest of winds. There looks like there'll be a couple pockets right in here in the Gobles area coming towards you. Again, this is about 45 knots, so about 45 miles per hour at about 2,500 feet off the ground. So it's kind of close to the ground. Expect things to get a little gusty, but at this point, we're looking at just below severe criteria. Again, if you have loose objects, definitely buckle them down if need be. And at the very least, you'll get a nice light show out there tonight because it looks like thunder and lightning will be prevalent. We have a new member. Welcome to the team, Brad. Appreciate you here.
Welcome, Brad.
Hope you stick around a while and hope to see you chatting here with all the rest of the members. Again, becoming a channel member is completely optional. It's just an additional way you guys can support us here at Michigan Storm Chasers. Lowest tier here on YouTube is about, I think, just $3 a month. But again, totally optional. Best way to support us, of course, as always, is to like that stream. So if you haven't already, feel free to do that.
Hey, Joel. Sorry.
I was going to say, our streams must be making it far. We have a lot of Chicagoland watchers tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Feel free to follow our regional page, Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. If you live out of state, if you ever chase out of state, we are live there. Warning has been dropped for Van Buren. I'm going to say this real quick, though, Joel. I have to watch those. Here, just take mine real quick. If you got to watch these two areas here, looks like we have like a southward moving gust front over here and an eastward moving gust front over here.
Yeah, I am watching that.
Colliding boundaries here, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
Yep. We'll be live here for a few more. I'm not sure how long we're going to stay live, but we'll be tracking this here regardless of being live or not. But right now, no warnings in effect. Just have a special weather statement here for Berrien and Cass.
$1 super chat from Joe. Thank you as always, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes, no caps in chat. We do appreciate that. Keep it quiet. Back and forth here. Again, mainly if you live north of 96, this is pretty much a rain threat for the rest of the night. Kind of looking for little shear fingers in here up and down the line because, again, we do have a lot of shear out there tonight, a lot of helicity as well. So QLCS still definitely in play. But, again, I think you're looking south of 96 at this point. Mainly where these two boundaries look to be kind of heading together here in the Barry County area. Again, we'll keep an eye on that. Nothing too serious looking at this point. And then obviously we have the strong to severe winds down here along the Michigan-Indiana border. $2004 Mustang Celine with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Mustang. Appreciate your support. And we have a new member, Nicholas Goolsby. Thank you for becoming part of the team and your support as well. We hope to stick around a while.
Welcome, Nicholas.
I don't know. Should I switch it back to the Indiana radar or no? Or do you want to take that?
I'll keep an eye on Grand Rapids. If you want to switch to IWX?
Okay, that's fine. I will switch them. Now we undergo the process of 30 seconds of waiting again. GR2, everybody. It's a great product, but it's a lot of data trying to load in. Again, we use the word strong when storms are just below the severe criteria. So usually that's winds 35 to 55, give or take, hail just under an inch in diameter. All the new members coming in tonight. Another new member here, Erica Betts. Thank you for becoming part of the team and your support here at Michigan Storm Chasers. We appreciate you very much. Corey says, hey, Ryan, pictures coming in from Allegan. I'm guessing he's communicating with you.
I was about to hop in the messenger here real quick. I see we got like 13 or so.
Yeah. Gust front's right over Dowagiac right now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get lightning off to the west. Here where I'm at.
Again, and with nighttime events like this, obviously this is kind of on its way out, you would want to say. Again, severe still possible, of course. But now's a good reminder that there are apps out there to wake you up. Obviously, Midland Weather Radio is the number one way. That's going to alert you the best. However, we do have the emergency app by the Red Cross that we always mention. For those who are new viewers here, that app is free, and you can download it on your phone or tablet. And you can customize your alerts and your radius warning area for whatever you need it for. So businesses, homes, your friends and family. You can also set up multiple locations. So, Drew, weren't you just at that traffic signal?
Maybe.
I was like, I recognize that intersection. It's just there. It is.
I literally
Drew
went
is driving
towards
in
the door.
circles.
I went towards the door and I was like, this line's too far ahead. Time to turn around. So
Yeah, understandable.
it gave me something
Drew's
to
put on the
do.
miles.
Using a different vehicle now. My dad's vehicle.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 new members, but just part of the channel here real quick. KK Spencer, welcome to the channel, as well as 2004 Mustang Celine and Andy Stage Heist. I think I said that correctly, maybe. Welcome all 3 of you to the team. We appreciate you guys so much. We hope you stick around a while. Enjoy the super chats too. Again, limit them to 3, of course. Don't spam them, but you have those at your disposal. Green and red on the radar. So this question gets asked a lot. It is your velocity product, which is your wind product. So reds on the radar site, reds. So here's your radar site. Red is wind generally going away or storms going away from the radar. And green or lighter greens and blues, as you can see back here off to the left, is winds heading towards the radar. And usually we're looking for brighter colors in either or color here that would say, oh, damaging winds might be occurring here. And we're not seeing too much in the way of that. We have that gust front here across portions of Cass and Berrien County. But again, nothing too heavy that we're seeing here on radar. Again, we do still have that kind of MCV here that could have a little localized area spin and maybe some heavier winds. But yeah, so hopefully that kind of helped you out a little bit. And again, it's in relation to the radar. So again, reds away, greens towards. And you can kind of see that at the surface down by where the radar site is, you have greens coming from the south and reds going away to the north. So that's kind of like you can see what your surface winds are currently ongoing at the radar site. But in terms of severe right now, there are no severe warnings in effect for Michigan. There is one, as you can see in the bottom left corner of your screen, just south side of Chicago there, heading towards the Gary, Indiana area. And that is warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds. It is a severe thunderstorm warning considerable. As you can see here, it's the orange box with the red outline on it. There's
When
not.
Joel's go ahead.
I was gonna say there's not. I don't see any localized spin towards Battle Creek right now. I mean, Grand Rapids radar. Ryan, you seen anything?
No, I just looked at the radar myself. No, there's nothing.
No, what Joel was mentioning there was a localized area spin is what the MCV is. It's like a localized area of low pressure, so it air spins around that. We're not talking about like a tornado type of spin. We're talking about like a mesoscale feature, so to speak.
Yeah, like the whole system kind of doing that.
It's a little bit different than a tornado. So there's a difference between the two. I need to learn how to speak.
Okay.
It's getting late.
It's long. It's been a long day.
It is.
Abby Hagel, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Hope you stick around. Drew's in some late night traffic up there. And Ben's stream is.
Got a big puddle here. Boom. The most action I've seen out of this wave. It's a huge puddle.
Michigan puddle chasers.
That was Michigan grunge chasers earlier today.
Yeah.
All that rain.
This look familiar, guys?
Is that the parade?
That's the parade.
Yeah.
Man.
Julie's handing out cookies to new members. Is that true?
I need a cookie.
Is it possible to become a member of your own channel?
We're about to find
I'm
out.
hungry.
If it means cookies.
Yeah.
South Haven gusted to 32. Holland gusted to 26. Those are your latest updates.
Split screen it for you guys so you can see where the intense rain is actually at too. Left side of the screen is your radar for rain and perhaps hail, but that hail threat's not really there tonight. And then right side is your wind. Let's see the fluidity of the atmosphere there with the greens heading north of St. Joseph. It's kind of cool. Close by severe storms? No, not really. Unless you're living in Berrien County or watching Berrien County like a hawk right now. Severe thunderstorms appear to be riding right along the southern Lake Michigan shore. So we'll have to see if they extend severe towards Gary and then eventually here into southern Berrien. Otherwise, elsewhere across the state, not much in the way of severe expected the rest of the night. Zach with a new membership here. Julie, you'll have to give Zach a new or a cookie, of course, and welcome to the team.
Lansing look okay. Again, across the state, rain is likely overnight tonight. Some thunder is possible as well. Severe threat is tied to the western part of Michigan. Right now, there is no severe in the state. We're going to be watching this as long as possible or as long as we need to. Right now, we're just kind of watching these storms over Lake Michigan towards Chicago. Real just kind of going over things real quick here. This line extends all the way back here to Chicago, back almost across the entire state of Illinois. It's going to push. It should be moving mostly to the south here, but it still might clip Berrien County here. So we're going to watch that close. But across the state, you guys are just going to experience rain and some rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe for the majority of us tonight.
Yeah, again, we still have that special weather statement for Berrien and Cass, but that should be expiring here in the next 5 minutes, I believe, or so.
Yep. We got this big old blob, or a bob, as Joel calls it, of rain pushing toward Berrien, which perhaps may be strong or / severe when it gets here. We'll keep an eye on it, though. It's got about probably 45 minutes left before it arrives.
Yeah. Especially for you guys down in southwest Berrien County, New Buffalo. As you're heading south on 94 past Stevensville and those areas, to the southwest part of that county is where we're most expecting the worst area of that line of storms to move and potentially clip southwest Berrien County, rather, at least, excuse me.
Yes, there was 3 PDS tornado warnings earlier in Wisconsin. Yeah, this line packed quite a punch over there today on the other side of the lake.
Yeah, there's a lot of looks like some pictures of damage, at least on Twitter that I saw earlier. Janesville, Wisconsin.
Still have no confirmation of the damage from earlier here in Michigan. We potentially had a tornado up in Gladwin / Aranet County. We're waiting to hear word from NWS Gaylord on that. If you missed our earlier live stream, we had Joel, Drew, Ben, and Nick, as well as Kayla up there. All on that storm, all at the same time.
And we ever hear about the Thumb, Port Huron, near there, that water spout?
As far as we know, I believe NWS Detroit actually said it tracked offshore for the entirety of its lifespan, but it lasted quite a long time. But luckily didn't affect land.
Okay.
So I don't believe that counts as an official Michigan tornado. However, it was a tornadic water spout, given that it was associated with a supercell. So, I mean, it's near here nor there, I guess you could say. It's kind of like the land spout report.
We counted the land spout report, right?
Right.
Yes, yeah, it's not showing up on the LSRs, so it's not being counted at this point.
Gotcha. Right. Fair enough.
So, Joel, how long do you want to stay alive? For a while? Or do you want to take a break here, wait for this to come on shore? Or what are you thinking?
There's still that special weather statement effect. I really don't want to do a 4th live today, so like staying live is fine. Maybe if need be, we can go to radar only.
Okay. Technically, though, Joel, this is now June 24th, so we start part 1. So, we have been live on our page. This is the 7th straight day of live streams. Tomorrow will be an 8th with our weekly live stream at 7 p.m. We'll go over the next upcoming days, or upcoming week, should I say. We have a severe threat for Monday. Marginal risk in place already for portions of the state. And then as well, we're watching Tuesday and specifically for another risk. So we may be live here on Michigan Storm Chasers for 10 or 11 days straight, potentially here. So
that's what Joel wants to hear.
We're getting wore down, guys, but we keep on pushing through. Your guys' support is amazing. Keeps us going.
Josh with a $10 super chat. Porter's first commenter second. It's hard for them to reply to every comment while simultaneously also doing their job. Just be glad they're doing what no one else in Michigan is doing. Thank you very much, Josh, for that very nice comment. Appreciate you shouting us out there. And yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Obviously, live coverage comes first, making sure people in the way get the necessary warning.
Appreciate you, Josh.
Yeah, and going off of that too, we have thousands of people who watch our streams. So when the comments are rolling in from both Facebook and YouTube, like it's like literally a scroll sometimes. We're not going to see comments. We don't ignore you guys on purpose, but when there's like severe happening and stuff like that, we're focused, especially when it's only one or two of us in chat here who are monitoring radars, as well as reports coming in. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of mental focus. So it's never intentional. Don't take it personal. Just can't keep up with all the comments all at once. Any tornadoes tonight? Not expecting any of those tonight at all. Gusty wind should be the primary concern. I'm not seeing anything tornadic at all. There was a 2% risk up by the warm front, but those showers and storms are moving over Lake Huron right now, so that risk is pretty much subsided. Continues to be a risk for very far southwestern Berrien with those storms crossing Lake Michigan right now. So this whole band right here, as that pushes to the south and east here, that's going to be the only real concern for severe, I think, between now and 2 or 3 a.m.
No, it might look scary on radar, but that is just a lot of rain, a lot of heavy rain. And so the main threat you want to be probably focusing on right now is going to be that flash flooding threat, which, again, you can see over there in Illinois, there's like 3 or 4 flash flood warnings now in effect for the just continuous dumping of rain. That's 2, but it encompasses like 7 different counties there.
Yeah.
Let's just get
9 different counties.
Let's get a storm total precip here. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's
Goodness gracious.
That's a widespread area here of 2+ inches, 3+ in some spots, especially over Chicago Metro, northern Chicago Metro here. Yeah, and I fell in a pretty short amount of time with more rain falling right now. So that's no wonder why they have that flood advisory and flood warning in effect there. Outflow boundary there. I don't know if you noticed that, Joel. I think you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, I did. And it looks like the rain's it's kind of going ahead of the whole line there. It's kind of doing some development right behind it. Noah Bibb has a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Noah. He just commented, wind is picking up and light rain in Lawton by Gravel Lake. Winds, again, are subsevere at this current time. Speaking of subsevere, we lost our special weather statement, so currently in all clear mode.
And just want to mention as well, that band of heavier storms that's just crossed Chicago is starting to dive south. So it may clip like New Buffalo, Bridgman areas of Berrien County, but the bulk of that main line over Chicago that was severe and currently is severe, actually, it may push to our south into Indiana. But regardless, though, Berrien County is still likely going to get some heavy thunderstorms here over the next couple of hours, at least probably hour and a half, to say the least.
Yeah. They're still
storming.
moving at about, 35, 40 miles an hour?
Yeah, and Berrien's also getting storms now, so you guys have probably an hour or two's worth of storms to get through here in Southwest Michigan. Van Buren, Cass, and Berrien especially.
See a lot of comments coming in from the southeast side of the state. Again, this severe threat's not really expected to make it over to you guys at this point. I haven't checked downstream Mezzo, of course, so I'm going to do that real quick.
There's nothing, Joel.
Okay. Well, thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me some time. I'm still going to check it anyway because, it's better be safe than sorry.
Right, go for it. I mean, there's probably an update from last time Alex mentioned it and looked at it. But yeah, there's nothing there.
I mean, there's still like good shear all up and along the entire band of rain. But again, surface-based Cape lacking, and there's a pretty decent sized cap in place right now.
Decent cap, surface base lacking, mixed layer, most unstable lacking.
Yeah.
No downdraft cape really. Lapse rates are terrible. Obviously,
Downdraft cape is above
farm error loss,
800.
there's going to be negligible anyway.
It is above 800, mainly in the 5 counties that encompass the northern Indiana county warning area of Michigan. So that would be Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph, Branch, Hillsdale. So again, we'll watch these storms as they kind of run parallel south of 94 tonight, mainly for the flooding threat, but also for perhaps a damaging wind threat still. We'll have a new update in probably 20
I just
minutes.
got my wind gusts here in southwest Kalamazoo here as the storm moved in of about maybe 30 miles an hour, maybe.
Dang. We'll say the P watts on these storms, get this, they are 2.3 inches.
That is insane. Is that less?
at
What's
the-
the average for this time of year, Alex? Do you know the average?
For this time of year, not off the top of my head, no, but probably I'd say during the summer in June, maybe an inch, inch and a half, maybe.
And P watts are precipitable water indexes, which is basically a measure of moisture content, kind of indicative of how much rain per hour is. I kind of use that as like an inch per hour rainfall rate as well. I know it's not entirely accurate, but that's kind of what I go off of.
But still, I mean, that's at least double to almost a little over double the amount of what we would normally see for this time of year.
Yep. So again, a lot of people are looking at this radar and saying, "Oh, I see a lot of reds and pinks," but that is just a lot and a lot of heavy rain. You gotta switch it over to velocity to see if there's damaging winds in there, and there really isn't, other than the storm down by Chicago right now. We're also watching maybe a little bit of shear indices there on Lake Michigan, heading towards Berrien perhaps, but I don't have K-Lot pulled up right now, so I can't really check that.
You did say downdraft cape was a little bit better down there, though, right?
Yes.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah, what's up?
I think now is a good time to use our 5 gifted memberships to randomly pass out.
Think so?
Let's do it.
Do we give a 2-minute warning for everyone that's not subscribed on YouTube?
All right, guys. So we have the ability. We found this out a couple days ago. First and foremost, before I say this, Alexandria with a $20 super chat. Thank you for all you guys do. I hope you guys are able to get some sleep soon. We will get some sleep tonight, all 2 hours of it. Sunday night might be a good night to sleep. Tomorrow night, actually, Joel. So let's make sure we go to sleep then. But thank you, Alexandria, for your generous donation.
Yeah, thank you, Alexandria.
Thank you.
So we have the ability to gift you guys memberships at random. Yeah. So we can't choose, but we can tell you if you are subscribed to our page and you have your gifted memberships option on your profile turned on and you are subscribed and you're currently in chat, you will have a chance to be gifted one of these memberships. So we're going to give a 2-minute warning here. 12:55. We'll go ahead and say when the clock hits 12:55 a.m., we're going to gift you guys 5 memberships here in chat.
Yeah, and
all right,
it was just brought to us from YouTube too. Like they just gave it to us. So
right. So we'll go ahead and give those out to you guys. We can't choose who. We'll just click the button and YouTube will decide that. So feel free to subscribe to the page and make sure you turn your option on your profiles to allow gifted memberships here. And then you'll be eligible for that. All right.
If the mods are listening in chat, if you guys can quickly post, if you guys don't have your profile set to accept gifted memberships, if the mods could go ahead and do the instructions for that, because I know you guys have experience with those. Yeah, YouTube channel name is MI Storm Chasers. You just type in Michigan Storm Chasers. If I offer a cookie, would that increase my odds? I don't know. Julie's the one that's handing out the cookies tonight.
I still want a cookie.
True. One-minute warning. while you guys do that, the severe thunderstorm warning back near Chicago's been trimmed even more. So in terms of severity, it's pretty much keeps going down and down. It does look like it's gusting out, especially across Van Buren.
All right, so no one's getting expected to get tornadoes tonight, guys. In chat, see some questions. Nobody's expected to get tornadoes. And I see a comment here from Carter asking about Lawrence. So Lawrence is going to be some heavy rain for a while. Severe risk is still there for you, although it's low at this point. Thank you, Brianna, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the team. And we are about to give away 5 memberships, guys. It just hit 12:55. We're going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button behind the scenes here.
You're going to do it? You want me to do it?
I just did it.
All right.
There you go. There's 5. So let us know if you guys got it here in chat.
I see a yay. Again, subscribing on YouTube is free. We kind of say that all the time because the word subscribe kind of is associated with paying, but again, it's not. Subscribing on YouTube is the equivalent of following us on Facebook.
It's like Kendra. We got a few of these in chat here, so congratulations, guys. We do have the ability to do more. We want to do more.
I think Julie says she has a surprise coming in 2 minutes. I wonder what that could be.
Cookies.
Yeah, tornado threat is pretty much done for the night.
Yeah. No tornado threat.
It's in the mode of QLCS. Why am I lagging so bad right now?
I am too, Joel. I am too.
I'm going to take
Same.
turn off my green screen. I think it's the green screen. Y'all get to see my college apartment now.
Yeah, I'll take mine off so you guys can see my background too.
Hey,
That's a little bit better.
Oh, hey. Oh, that's my dance for 13K on YouTube.
There you go, Joel.
Can we hit 14K tonight?
Right?
No.
If 800 of you.
I'll join you guys too, I guess. Why not?
Hey, there's Alex's beautiful face.
Hey.
For those who are tuning in for the first time, when there's nothing going on like this, we like to have a little bit of fun. So welcome to the party. This is officially MSC after hours at this point.
This late, yeah.
Yeah. But again, when things get serious, obviously we'll be there covering it. But again, right now, as for the entire state of Michigan, no severe ongoing, and the tornado threat is pretty much done. Pretty much at this point, it's just a damaging wind threat. Alex, are you dancing now or something?
I would also add to that, Joel, flooding risk as well for Southwest Michigan, especially in play here for that.
That is true.
For that extreme Southwest portion. Ken.
Oh, wow, Kevin.
Kevin, go ahead, Joel.
I will click it.
Thank you, Kevin, for gifting 10 memberships. And again, if you guys are subscribed here in chat and have your profile set to allow gifted memberships, you may have just been gifted one via courtesy of Kevin. So, Kevin, appreciate your generous donation here of those gifted memberships.
You're awesome, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
We will gift 5 more at 1:05. All right. We'll give you 7 minutes of warning here. All right.
Wake up the people that also follow us. I'm just kidding. Just text your family friends. Hey, they're giving away memberships here in about 7 minutes. If you're subscribed on YouTube for free, there you go.
We'll say members will be getting a video tomorrow morning about 8 hours before it's released to the public.
Yes.
It's about the upcoming week and a couple severe threats. So all members do get access to our videos first, as well as forecasts written by Alex here. We have those out to our members as well. Those are exclusive to you guys.
Yes, they are.
Another thing with the memberships that are gifted, those have a 30-day time limit on them. So if you do want to re-up them after 30 days, it is on you guys to do that. So again, keep that in mind when you're watching our streams over the next 30 days, that it does expire in a month from now. So about July 23rd. And again, price upgrade is about $3 a month. So Another reason to watch us on both platforms is in case one platform does, happen to go down on a storm day, then you can watch us over on the other one. Loud thunder in Clinton County. Yeah, it was rumbling pretty deep up here in Mount Pleasant earlier too. Good. I saw some bolts across the sky. Purple out there tonight.
Yeah, we're getting some heavy rain now here where I'm at in Kalamazoo. Lightning, thunder.
The whole shebang. Good
Shebang.
summertime thunderstorm.
Yeah,
We can say summertime thunderstorm now. Now it's officially the summer equinox.
officially summer.
Mm-hmm.
Meteorological summer began June 1st. The calendar summer began just a couple days ago.
Yeah. Keep seeing this tornadoes in Lawrence comment. There's no
No.
tornadoes.
No.
What's GRR radar looking like, Ryan, real quick? Up by that one band that was kind of heading towards Barry or in Barry County.
It's try and find it.
Mm-hmm.
Not much happening.
I think it's right over Hastings now, and it's pretty much dissipated.
Yeah, just some rain at this point.
Yep. Yes, this is real time. This is right now. Current time is 1 a.m. here on the 23rd of June, 2024.
Keegan.
He has upped his membership for one more month. Three Rivers tonight.
Rain.
St. Joe County, rain.
Yes.
Rain and storms.
Yep.
Your severe threat is quite low. We're not going to say it's 0 because this line is still crossing Lake Michigan here. I would just say it's pretty low at this point. There's Julie giving out 5 memberships.
Hey, Julie.
Appreciate you, Julie. Your support is always appreciated, does not go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked about the perks are they the same from Facebook as they are on YouTube? Yes. So the forecast, the daily forecast that we send out every day, we post them on Patreon as well as Facebook and YouTube. I will say I think the format's probably best for the forecast on Patreon, but again, those are at your disposal if you do subscribe on Facebook or YouTube.
All right. Well, we're going to get 5 more memberships at 105.
Yep. 4-minute warning.
Yep.
4 minutes. 3 minutes now.
It's the final countdown.
Yes, if you just got a membership, again, thank Kevin, thank Julie. They're also so generous. Option to turn it on, mods. I forgot how to do that.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Settings. I expect I can't find that in my own personal YouTube.
Sherry
Johnson, welcome.
Appreciate you very much there.
Welcome to the team, Sherry. Appreciate you.
Again, just answered Three Rivers. At this point, it looks like it's just a flooding threat for you guys tonight with the occasional gusty winds mixed in, again, sub-severe. Anything that's going to be severe is going to be riding right along that state line, Indiana and Michigan.
Yeah, and D-Man.
I was going to say,
gifting 5 Michigan Storm Chasers memberships. Thank you very much.
You guys are so generous. And if you get gifted membership, thank these people because they're awesome. And we appreciate you guys, especially you, D-Man, for the recent gifted memberships.
Appreciate you guys.
If you're not subscribed on YouTube, if you have, this is an incentive. Gifts after gifts, got a chance.
And especially for, as we were talking about Three Rivers, with any heavy rain, as a shout out to you who live in Three Rivers, the areas that flood the most near the St. Joe River, near Skidmore Park, down in that area do flood a lot more. So if you do live down by there, make sure you take note of that if we do get heavy rain overnight in Three Rivers.
Yeah. Again, what you're seeing on Ryan's radar right now is your heavy rain. Again, that's indicated by the reds and sometimes pinks, but we're not seeing much in the way of pinks. It does look scary. Red is associated with it being a scary color, but Again, that's just heavy rains. The only scary thing that will probably come of it would be the flooding risk, as we keep mentioning. The question from Lexi, $99 super chat. Of course, thank you, Lexi. She asked, "Am I good to go to sleep in Ovid over there in the Lansing area?" I would say yes. Absolutely. And thank you, Lexi.
I was gonna say, I think Joel's asking that same question for him too.
Joel, are you good enough to go to sleep? Yes. I am. As D-Man says, make sure to smash that like button.
Yeah.
Just don't smash your computer. Just smash the like button.
All right,
guys.
we have what?
Guess what time it is?
105. Time to get more memberships. But first,
Before you
we
do-
have one
Yep.
from Renee.
Hey, Renee.
What does that mean?
I had no idea.
Anything going on, do it.
Maybe she wants you to dance, Joel.
Maybe. It's up for interpretation. Thank you, Renee, of course, for the super chat. You got a 20-second warning on the gifted memberships. So if you aren't subscribed, now's your chance.
All right, we're about to gift it. 5 more coming out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, she's asking about DeWitt. DeWitt, you guys are fine. You're good to go to bed in DeWitt. There is the 5 gifted memberships from us to you guys. And those
Let
are
us
the,
know
those,
if you got those.
Yeah.
those are the rest we could give out, I believe.
Yep, that's all we can do for tonight, unfortunately. And we'll do these at random during our live streams when there's nothing going on. When there's severe weather going on, we're not going to do this, obviously. But when we're all just kind of waiting around here, having fun with you guys, it's 1 in the morning here. Let's just go ahead and let's have some fun,
Exactly.
You guys keep asking me to do the gritty. Why?
If you guys missed our 10,000 subscriber stream, which wasn't really a stream, it was more so a coverage, Joel ended up dancing, as Alex as well. Did a little 10-second dance. So that's where the dancing questions come in.
Definitely all focused on Joel.
For those who have been here not so long as some of the longer members here, we have a lot of inside jokes that come mainly in the later hours of the evening when there's not much going on, like tonight. For example, like a lot of the super chat stickers that you guys can see that the members have access to, those come from late night, watch parties that the members watch. And one time, for example, I had an elongated bug in my room and a ladybug in my room, and those became stickers for the members. So that's why those are there. If you guys remember back in the Frankenmuth day, we had the duck flying across the road, and that became a sticker as well. That's the duck emoji. I'm seeing that in the chat now. So a lot of inside jokes become stickers here.
Also, the squeaky chair sticker.
Squeaky.
Yeah. Josh Mason with $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Josh. Says membership purchase is by far worth it. Couldn't agree more. If everybody did it, we do this full time for y'all. But again,
oh, there it is.
Goodness, that hurt my ears, Ryan.
Yeah, that squeak's gonna haunt me in my dreams tonight, Ryan. Oh God.
Luckily, there was a fix for this.
I guess since Isaac said Joel hit the gritty for $5, I guess I should hit the gritty then.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac. I guess you're peer pressure. Killjoy, thank you for becoming part of the team as well here at Michigan Storm Chasers. Appreciate you very much. I can't exit. Ryan, you got that? There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, final gritty. I have to think about this. I haven't done it in a while. Y'all make me do the silliest things.
Let's take Joel full.
Yeah, and the wife beater too. I love this. It's awesome.
I'm trying to. I'm thinking right now. You guys are gonna take me full, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm going. And I ran out of room.
Go. We love it.
There you go.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
And everyone's saying clip it. Jeez, of course.
You guys can clip anything you guys want out of our streams. It's an option.
If anything's gonna go viral, make that go viral, guys. It looks like they may have extended the at least flood advisory or flood warnings at least now into Northwest Indiana.
Yeah. Someone said I was gonna. Yeah, the song that is associated with the gritty. I was about to start humming it, but that would probably bring a copyright strike. So we're not gonna do that.
No, we don't want that.
Cheyenne, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support. We have tons of new members coming in. Thank you, guys. We have Cheyenne here. We have Chris Penny gifting a membership. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you as always. And we have Christy also becoming a new member. Welcome to the team, guys, all three of you, as well as the other 41 plus that have joined.
Thank you all. You guys are awesome. I don't play Fortnite, no. That's going to make a lot of people upset. Stick to the OG Minecraft. That's where it's at. That was radical gritty. Thanks. Should see me on the dance floor at a wedding.
I fully expect to get a notification from Isaac here on Twitter in the next 5 minutes of the clip. Fully expect it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter/X, you can follow Joel and I. I think Alex is on there as well. I don't know if you want to give it out to public, but you guys can follow Joel and I on X/Twitter. Our handles are down there.
Care.
Alex, what is your X account?
What?
What is your X account? Tell everybody. If you want to.
Oh, at Scraft WX Man. Scraft WX Man.
S-Craft WX Man.
Yep.
Short for Schoolcraft.
Short for Schoolcraft, where I'm from.
You guys are more than welcome to follow us. Again, these are our personal accounts. They're not really professional like MSC is. So don't take everything we're posting about, 100% serious, especially on my account.
If you see me ranting about the Detroit Tigers again, that's my personal opinion.
My content, if it's not weather, is going to be Tigers, Lions, or Michigan football. Go blue.
Yeah. Real quick, Jody, thank you for becoming a member here. I appreciate you. Not forgetting about you. I saw you join, so appreciate you. As well as Sharon Gates. Welcome to the channel as well. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Again, for all 1,100 of you guys watching right now and more, you guys are part of the late night crew. So,
and there's a sticker for that, too.
Yep.
Yep.
Who you guys got for the Stanley Cup? Ooh. It's Oilers and Panthers right now.
Yeah.
Does Canada deserve a Stanley Cup after all this time? They've been waiting. They've been waiting a long time for that.
Yeah.
I mean, either team, in my opinion, they're both good teams. I think McDavid kind of deserves it more than any other player on both rosters. So I think I would probably go with the Oilers. It's the Oilers that came back from 3-0 down, right? I believe.
Yeah, they came back. They were done. I mean, looked like Florida was going to sweep them, and then they've been clawing back.
Yeah. Brian, welcome to the team. Appreciate it, Brian.
Welcome, Brian.
And Cheyenne with a gifted membership. Appreciate you, Cheyenne. And if you were the one that got gifted that, feel free to thank her.
I see a comment here I want to call out. Do you read the Facebook chat? Yes, Lucas, we do. We see all the comments.
If not immediately, we do eventually.
Yeah, when we're tracking severe or just kind of hanging out here, we're not going to read every single one. But yes, we see your guys' comments both on Facebook and YouTube.
I will say, for those who are on Facebook, a lot of the stars that you guys send don't really come through here as like they come through as like blank messages. So we do see them, and we do appreciate you guys very much for sending those stars on Facebook if you do follow on Facebook. So appreciate you guys. See a warning about caps. Yeah, no caps. No all caps. The mods will come after you. When we love our mods. Ooh, are we going to be talking about Tuesday now? There's a super chat from Blaine or Bruh. Can't forget that. Bruh. Good evening, guys. GFS runs have been trending to a big MCS on Tuesday. What do you guys think about that?
I mean,
I can take it, Alex. You don't want to.
you can go ahead and take it.
So again, we're 4 days out from Tuesday. Let's pump the brakes a bit. But yes, technically, both the GFS and European models do show some type of severe risk in the state. That can change, and it will likely shift. Where exactly, what hazards, what time, all that jazz. We're not going to know that until likely Sunday night, Monday. Monday morning is going to be the day to kind of finalize everything. And again, we do have a severe risk in place for Monday, if I'm not mistaken, already.
Yeah,
so you can't overlook Monday for Tuesday just yet. So we have to get one day at a time here. So
yeah, perfect case in point. GFS last night had like astronomical amounts of APE, aka storm fuel, and 12Z run this afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, basically pump the brakes, backed way off. So we're going to see that, still a couple days out.
Someone was asking about that semicircle there on radar, Ryan. That semicircle is what we call range folded, basically bad data. You have data going away and towards each other, and they overlap at the exact same time, and it just gives you a really wacky reading. And so what they do is just put it's a purple pixel. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see that closely. Oh wait, it just blurs it out for Ryan's. On mine, it's a purple
Here.
line, but
yeah,
on GR2, on mine, it shows a purple line, and they just basically it's bad data. It's nothing we can really do about it. It's the inaccuracies of radar. There's still a couple out there. Again, these radars were built in the 80s, right, Alex?
They were built in the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Why do they call them 88s then?
So that was when they were commissioned.
Gotcha.
There we go.
But yeah, the NSSL had back at before public use, at least, we're using these in the very late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. What was Alex's other YouTube channel? He was giving away his X account, not his YouTube channel. Unless you have a YouTube channel you want to promote, Alex.
No. No, we're good.
That's S-Craft WX Man, right?
Yeah, S-Craft WX Man.
Again, a lot of you guys should be able to sleep well tonight. Only threat right now is going to be flooding along the counties that border Michigan, Indiana. As you can see with all those heavy reds on radar there, that's all heavy rain. And that's all trending over the same general area. As you can see, there's flash flood warnings off to the west there in the Chicagoland area. And that's just kind of moving our direction. So down there in the US 12 corridor, right?
Yep.
Yep. Expect some flooding. X Twitter, yeah.
Yeah. It'll always be Twitter, but it's
yeah. Slowly edging into just always calling it X, but happens, it happens. And if you're watching and you're honorary part of the night crew and you haven't left a like yet, I'm watching you. I'm just kidding. You can send a like. We appreciate you. All nighter with the boys. I don't think we're gonna be up all night.
No, God, no.
Not all night. We need some sleep and get ready for.
I'm gonna be going here in a few minutes. My phone's dying.
Yeah. Gotta get you on the laptop, Alex.
I know.
I don't think we don't have late night crew t-shirts on Felicity, do we?
It's been a topic of discussion for a few weeks.
Gotcha. Okay.
It will come out eventually.
Yeah. No tornado threat in the state either. By the way.
No.
But yeah. We haven't really mentioned the Helicity store. It's another way you guys can support us. Anything you buy from the Helicity store goes right to us, and it gives back to you guys. So check out our MSC merch. It's at helicity.co. And the link can be found right there on the graphic on the bottom of the screen. I don't have my MSC t-shirt on, otherwise I would show you guys. Ryan does.
There you go.
It's pretty nifty.
I also have the only late night shirt in existence too. See a couple comments here regarding the east side of the state. So take a zoom out of this real quick. Take a peek at this. So you guys have rain coming. Any severe threat that's going to happen is going to be tied to these storms down here in Berrien County and Southwest. Although not seeing anything right now that looks strong to severe. Gusty winds are possible regardless. You could have a pocket here of gustier winds heading toward Berrien County. So we're going to watch that. That's kind of why we're still live, kind of watching close there towards St. Joseph and Bridgman. But regardless, that shouldn't push too far east in the state. So gusty winds, a lot of rain, likely some lightning as well, but overall severe risk for the east side of the state, as well as the entire state, really, minus that very far southwest portion of Michigan appears to be quite low tonight. All right, so if you're over on the east side, go to bed. You're fine, but don't be shocked if you woke up by a loud clap of thunder, though. What do you think about that pocket of wind and moving toward Berrien? What do you guys think about that?
Let's switch back to the other radar there.
Yeah.
I was going to take.
Yeah, that does have my eye. That's from Indiana radar.
I'm actually using the IWS. Yeah, Indiana. I'm going to check K-Lot here just to have a peek at it. Yeah.
Cross it there.
And it does look strong on K-Lot too. Not as strong, but.
Merch link is helicity.co. If one of the mods want to put that in chat, appreciate that. Again, you can just type in helicity.co. It's right there in the bottom of the screen. You just type that in your web browser, and it'll take you right to the store. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Nothing. Well, I was just going to say it's showing up a little bit on the O'Hare Airport radar. Just a bit. But it's on the edge of the radius, so.
The entirety of Berrien County is in heavy rain, except for Niles.
We should have some fun here, Joel.
What?
We should put a poll out. What radar these guys want to see, or what radar they like more, GR2 or Radar Omega? Just out of curiosity. Let's do a poll, guys. So the product that Joel and I, when we stream, use primarily are GR2, which is what Joel uses. I just had on my screen as well. This is GR2 here. And then the other radar that we use a lot is Radar Omega, which is this, not that. Hold on.
I took mine because I was like,
right. So this is Radar Omega here, guys. We can zoom in, get road names, stuff like that, zoom out. A lot of data here. This is Omega. Then we also have Joel's GR2. You can do the exact same stuff, just a little bit different format. So we're going to drop a poll here in chat. You guys vote for what you guys like to look at more.
You can drop a poll in chat.
Man. So we are going to pop this in.
Whoa.
Man, Joel.
Didn't know that. Just hopping in what's up and someone filling me in. Flooding risk south of 94 tonight. Perhaps a little bit of gusty winds.
It's like you don't need to do the poll, Ryan.
Well, we're going to do the poll here.
We've had 9 tornadoes this year so far in the state of Michigan. The left. No, we're only showing GR2 right now.
All right.
Hold on.
Poll is up. There's
They're gonna
GR2. That's Jules. That's GR2 right here.
Yep. Switch over to yours, Ryan.
This is Radar Omega.
I like them both.
They're good products there. So polls in chat. Feel free to vote on it.
And where? On YouTube?
Yeah, it's on there.
Bro, I've never heard of this before.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing my mind. We can do that?
Yep.
Holy cow, we can.
Current-
Whoa.
Current
that's
voting. Huh?
That's hype.
116 votes right now. 83% say Radar Omega.
All right. Well, I can't lie. Radar Omega is good for broadcasting, but I will always be a sucker for GR2. Also, the cost of GR2 is like, $250 minus or without taxes. So there's that.
GR2 is brilliant in its own way because we have a lot more options. Tilts. We have Posh, for example, which is significant hail tracker, stuff like that. Omega has very limited options, but it also is really good to track tornadoes and stuff down to the roads. So
Yeah.
they're both really good in their own way.
Smiles for Bubba. Became a YouTube member. I like that hashtag. Thank you for supporting the team here. Hope you stick around. Bro, that blew my mind. I didn't realize you could do polls on here.
We can do any poll that you guys want.
So right now on your screen is Radar Omega. It's a radar product that we use here. I'm not about to fall asleep. What are you talking about? I've been chasing all day, so if I do look like I'm falling asleep, give me a break.
Be curious if they do SWS or a warning here for Barry, and that wind does look to be quite strong, about to come on shore in St. Joseph, Bridgman area.
Mm-hmm.
GR2 indicating winds roughly right around 50 to 55 or so. So we will see if they do anything for Berrien.
Sweet.
Let's go ahead and end that poll. If you guys have any other polls ideas, feel free to drop those in chat, and we can perhaps do something.
Yeah, and not to forget radar scope as well. But radar scope is another good option. We just like to use it for like our phones. So if we're out chasing, like today when I'm out chasing, that's perfect for what I need to see. So radar scope's really good too. Looking back at some of the comments here. There's a lot. Wow. Y'all are going crazy in the late night chat. Will there be bad weather in Canton tonight? Big fan of y'all. Hope you guys keep the good work. Thank you. Canton, you guys are good. Just some heavy rain tonight. Radar is it's an app that we use here. I'm currently showing the app called GR2, and Ryan has Radar Omega pulled up in the background.
You can actually buy You can buy GR2 if you want to. That's their software, computer software.
Correct.
It's not an app. Radar Omega does have both computer software and an app. It's a great tool to use, but it takes a lot of time to learn it. So if you're going to buy it, make sure you dedicate time to know what you're looking at, because there's a lot of info at your fingertips. I was noticing that, Joel. I've been seeing a little bit of some notching going on, at least trying to on the leading edge there.
Mm-hmm. That's very weak, so it wouldn't be anything really.
Right. I am in Lenawee County.
Careful with the all caps. New Hampshire, though. Again, Michigan Storm Chasers. But I know they're under a 10% tornado risk for tomorrow, off the top of my head. So all hazards possible up there in the Northeast. Don't use all caps. We appreciate you guys. mods are watching. The Monsters Inc. reference. Always watching or whatever. I know you've watched Monsters Inc., Ryan.
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Am I good to sleep and playing well? Yes, you are. Just got tagged by Isaac as we called about 15 minutes ago. Joel, unfortunately, you're on Twitter now.
Great. Thanks. I see the notifications popping up on my phone. I'm not opening it. X notification. Great.
Love you, Joel.
Thanks.
What dance did Joel do at 14K? That should be the question. Next poll.
Yeah. Again, for those who are in here right now who would maybe just be joining us, we're in the late night crew right now. There's no severe weather going on. Severe weather is going to be confined to the Michigan and Indiana border right now. So right there along US 12.
If any county is going to have a warning within the next 10 minutes, it's going to be Berrien. At that point.
I can't do the worm. I physically can't.
SWS now for Southern Berrien and Southwestern Cass.
Ooh. We're back in statement ops.
40-mile-per-hour winds.
I'll take you. I don't have my polygon in yet.
Yep. So blue box here, very far southern parts of Berrien and Cass. Curious if they're going to do a warning for this area up here. That's where the heaviest winds are on that line. Because if you take the velocity off of... Why does that look so different, though? There we go. It looked different. So if you look at the velocity, it looks a lot stronger up here toward Benton Harbor. So that's a little confusing if they're leaving room for a warning, perhaps. Why they wouldn't statement the entire part of Berrien.
Berrien, what do you mean by that? Like Van Buren? No, it's the county Berrien. It's right south of Van Buren. That one, that big triangle looking one that encompasses Benton Harbor. Backpack. Backpack kid dance. What is that? Ryan, I don't know what that is. Someone wants me to do the gritty again. I just did the gritty. It's on X. Well, it's also in stream here if you back up the stream, but Berrien County is the most southwest corner of Lower Michigan, which is where that special weather statement is currently in effect.
Taking a peek back at Consumers Energy's outage map, not too many outages to report via the last couple of storms, which is great news. We are getting reports now out of Benton Harbor of multiple outages. That was reported as no time, actually. Let's see if I can get a time real quick. No timestamp on that. Oh, there it is. 12:47 looks like.
This was a while ago.
Yeah, 12:54, 12:47. So a little bit, probably the first line that came through. We'll keep an eye on that for the second line that's coming through now. We'll see that increases. Most of these are 1250s or so.
What did I do? I did the gritty about 20 minutes ago in celebration of 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. We've got quite a fan base here. You guys are awesome. Things I do for y'all. But I don't think we're hitting 14K tonight on YouTube. If we were, I would be doing another dance. But we have 780 people watching on YouTube right now. And I know a lot of you guys are already subscribed. So
ironically, we need about 700 subscribers for 14K. So.
Yep. That'd be everybody.
Taking a peek at the latest models for Tuesday. Still looks on track. Looks like there's a risk there in Michigan. Not going to say where and when yet, but that looks to continue with the latest trends on the models. So we'll likely have an update for you guys. We're going to have an update for you guys tomorrow morning for members. That'll be released publicly a little bit later on. So that'll be something to look forward to for tomorrow's video. And also, if you guys are new here, we do briefings every Sunday evening around 7 o'clock in the evening. We go over the weekly forecast live stream. Wow. English. We go over the upcoming week's forecast, anything to watch as far as systems, severe weather, stuff like that. So feel free to tune in 7 o'clock tomorrow. Joel and I will be back on here breaking down the week's forecast for you guys. And yes, we will talk about Monday's severe risk and likely Tuesdays as well. Yes, D-Man, there was a couple of tornado warnings at northern Michigan earlier today. And we actually may have had one touchdown. Have not heard official wording on that, but it's a possibility we may have a confirmed touchdown from earlier. That wind area is coming on shore right now.
I just saw the video. Guys, killing me. Yes, I was watching my dance. Guilty. Hey, that pocket of winds. It's in Stevensville. Is it at the surface, though? That's 5,000 feet.
That is a big question.
See a little bit of a QLCS down there north of New Carlisle. Thanks. I'm glad you guys thought my dancing was good. Thank you for subscribing, Morningstar. Rain for Wayne County, southeast side of the state. Again, this severe threat's pretty much over and done with for most of the state, except for Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph here. The rain can make it together. I would say probably around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for southeast Michigan. It's got a long ways to go, though. And it's eastbound and down. I always use that reference every stream, and no one ever responds. Flooding in the upper Michigan. Yes, they were under flood watch all day. Well, it's also in effect until Sunday, tomorrow morning, I believe. 8 a.m. was the last I checked. Yay, people got the reference. Loaded up and trucking. Yes. You guys are awesome. Tori, welcome to the channel, Tori. Appreciate your support. You're officially part of Team MSC here. But when we said it's riding the border, that storm, it's really riding the border. You're gonna see maybe like the skinniest severe thunderstorm warning for Michigan, if anything.
All right, new poll about to come in and be dropped. New poll is up. Just out of curiosity. What do you guys prefer? For those of you on Facebook, unfortunately, we can't do a poll on Facebook. We're doing it for YouTube. But what do you guys prefer? 95 degrees with severe weather or 15 degrees with a blizzard?
Ooh.
Just out of curiosity for you guys. We'll go ahead and end this in about 5 minutes. So take your pick. Pick your fighter, as I think Joel would call it.
Choose your fighter.
I like that. I like that wording. Ooh, it's close.
It is so close right now. People are having second thoughts in both.
And once this storm, it's
Hey,
in
Ryan.
Marion County. What?
Check out Galen. Zoom in. Not to interrupt or anything, but I would want you to check the radar right now.
I'm watching it.
Zoom in on velocity on Omega. Otherwise, I got it on GR2.
I got a GR2 behind the scenes there, but a little bit of an area here near Galleon. Increased velocity here. Potentially some weak rotation with that.
Looks my GR2 always looks scarier than yours.
I mean, this is what my GR2 is showing right here. I'll pull it up real quick. I got it pulled up over here. So good updraft there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe some weaker rotation with that. It does go up in tilts, about 3 tilts up.
This is right on the Michigan-Indiana border in Berrien County, for those who are just tuning in or wondering where this is at. So if you're familiar with the Buchanan, Galeon, Niles area, that's where this is at.
Could also be hail as well.
That is true, yeah. It's in a weird spot.
It bears watching, though. It's like it's a area pocket here of 45 to 50 mile an hour winds. So
Galen?
I feel like I knew that.
Cassandra, I'm going to take your word for it. Latest scan looks like it's still a potential wind threat there. Do you have Michigan, Indiana power pulled up?
I do, actually.
Galen. Perfect. Still working on that book. Those who know.
Haven't had time to work on a book when we've been live for 7 straight days.
Correct.
I mean, technically, this is day 8. We're in Sunday. This is day 8 of live streaming.
Give it up for day 8.
Technically, though, we had a briefing yesterday. Didn't have any severe, but still we went live. So
I still went out to chase yesterday.
yeah, no days off.
Mm-hmm. And we weren't live for it. I chased for nothing. Chased for my own enjoyment.
Hey, I enjoyed it too. I was in here with I was in the studio with you. We'll say about Tuesday, though, we do have a gigantic cap in place. Or at least right now in the models.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the poll here. We are still fighting between 15 degrees and a blizzard, as well as 95 degrees, but severe weather. It's 58% for 15 degrees with a blizzard and 95 degrees with severe weather. We will end this in 2 minutes. So feel free to vote.
Gail, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the team. You're part of us here now, Michigan Storm Chasers. Appreciate you very much. If your poll's not showing up, reload the page if you're watching YouTube.
Yeah, this is only on YouTube, unfortunately. Facebook guys, drop it in chat. 15 degrees with a blizzard or 95 degrees with severe weather. Pick your fighter.
No, we have not had any tornadoes confirmed since the Livonia day, right? I believe that was the last one. 8 and 9.
Yep. I see a comment here. Good to sleep in Charlotte. Go for it. Do expect some rain with thunder overnight. Severe threat is pretty much done for the night for your Charlotte area. But you do have a lot of rain coming, so don't be shocked if heavy rain does persist, as well as some rumbles of thunder. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this poll. So let's go ahead and give it. Ooh, it's so close. We'll give it 1 more minute.
No
It's
tornado
closed.
watches right now.
Yeah, there's no watches or warnings in effect for that matter.
Right. Just a special weather statement. There's actually no severe thunderstorm warnings anywhere in the United States right now. Just 2 flash flood warnings in Illinois. Those are the only things in terms of warnings.
All right, let's go ahead and end this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll has ended. The final results. 56% say 15 degrees with a blizzard. 43% say 95 degrees with severe weather. So you guys take blizzard over severe. Interesting choice.
About to become the Michigan Blizzard Chasers.
And hey, for those of you just who are following us here for severe weather, we also cover winter weather as well. So you are covered 365, 24/7. Although we can't really go live for winter weather, although we have before, we don't really chase per se winter weather. But we do forecast, outlook, stuff like that, and live reporting across the state. So that pocket you point out, Joel, along the border there does continue to look pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Gusty winds for sure.
Yep. And I would say I would go ahead and classify it weak rotation. Just given it goes up in tilts too. Tilt 2, tilt 3. Yeah. Tilt 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3 tilts. This is something that GR2 has that we don't have on Radar Omega because we can go up in height.
Yep.
Which we cannot do with Omega. So that's one reason that GR2 is a good product as well.
And for the pretty much the remainder of the night, rain showers. Timing can be anytime between now and I would say probably 5 to 6 a.m. If you live more to the southeast, it's going to start a little bit later. But at this point, severe risk is out the door, on its way out, I would say, except for where we're watching right now, currently on radar, which is right here near the Niles and Bertrand area, just north of South Bend. So it'd be a pretty much just a damaging wind threat, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Good news is tomorrow we get a break in terms of severe. So nothing expected for severe tomorrow here in the state of Michigan. However, we do have perhaps Monday night and on Tuesday that we're looking forward to right now. But again, it's 3 to 4 days out. We'll go over that more tomorrow night in Sunday night's briefing. So again, make sure if you're not following us already, do so either on Facebook or on YouTube here.
All right, one more poll, guys, and we'll call it a night here. Once the storm completely weakens out, I think it's probably good to end the stream here, Joel, soon, I would assume. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm just watching this line right along the border. If it starts to show signs of weakening, I would still stay alive
for
a couple more minutes at least. But
no, for sure.
Yeah.
But we're going to wind things down here. One more poll going out, guys. Favorite season: spring, summer, fall, winter.
Ooh, is it a four question one?
Yep.
Sweet.
Just up there on YouTube. So feel free, guys, to pop in YouTube, vote, or if you're on Facebook watching, feel free to drop a comment here in chat. I know my personal favorite, which I'll say afterwards, looks like it's in the lead right now. So here's the funny thing that this is why I kind of asked this question too. You guys chose, a majority of you guys chose winter over the summer weather type of thing, blizzard and 15 or 95 and severe. But out of the 4 seasons, you guys least favorite is winter. So that's crazy. So far, at least, it's fall in the lead, summer is second, spring is third, winter is a distant fourth.
Lucas, we've already answered Canton. Anytime between now and 6 a.m.
And again, no severe weather is expected over there. Just
Right.
me some rain for you.
Timing really doesn't matter if nothing severe is happening. Just
Right.
rain and storms are gonna happen throughout the night, non-severe. You guys are fine. Special alert statement is in the southwest corner of Michigan right now. So Bertrand, south of Niles. Nope. No severe in Charlotte. Again, everybody. I'll say this again. If you guys are just tuning in. No severe expected the remainder of the night. Unless you're where we're watching right now in the extreme southern border of Michigan, which is Niles. We'll say county-wise, southern Cass and southern St. Joseph County. But we still got 900 of you guys in here right now between both platforms. You guys are an awesome late night crew. Storms are moving to the east-southeast. Oh, that was Drew, Ellie, and Skip. I was not by the person that was on the stretcher. There might be articles out from that area about it, perhaps, but I am not aware. And our policy here at Michigan Storm Chasers, as always, is we go live for severe weather. But again, if storms are not severe, but they're close to being severe, we're always going to be looking at them and might as well stay live just in case. Obviously, talk to you guys and kind of just look at the radar. Usually we have a bunch of people in the field like we did today. We had a lot of people out there today, Ryan. I think StreamYard Room had like 8 little images on it earlier today.
We maxed out our capabilities of live chasing today.
That's crazy.
We had a lot of active chasers today. 4 of them were on that tornado warning cell. We also had Chris Tobias, Cody Reynolds, Robert Fari. I'm missing one. I'm missing one other person. Over in the Thumb, near the Midland, Freeland, Port Austin areas. I'm missing one. Corey Becker.
Mm.
We had those guys out there waiting for that storm. But unfortunately, well, fortunately, really, but for them, wanting to see a storm, they did not. So Ben, Drew, Joel, and Nick all got to see a pretty rainy storm, to say the least.
I was say, what were we seeing? Because I didn't see much.
Yeah. Had some pretty good winds there for about 5 seconds on stream. 10 seconds.
Yeah. I'm gonna check Mezzo real quick.
Go for it.
Looks like it's
All right. Let's go ahead and check this poll here. Spring and summer are still battling. Get your votes in next 2 minutes, guys. We'll go ahead and end this in about 2 minutes. Again, there's a poll here in chat. What is your favorite season? Fall, summer, spring, or winter? Right now, it's fall at 52% in the lead, well within the lead, actually. Summer is 21%, spring is 17%, winter at 11%. One more minute, and spring and summer are neck and neck, 21% versus 18%. Who will come out on top? That's a big question.
squeaky door. Say that.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
Olive oil on the door. I don't have much left. I gotta use that for cooking.
Poll has ended.
Who's the winner?
Fall at 50% of you guys is your favorite season. Summer is in second with 20%. Spring coming in a close third at 18%.
Let's go.
Winter at 10%. So
Let's
you
go,
guys, so you guys would like 15-degree weather with a blizzard over 95-degree weather with severe weather. But when it comes to the topic of summer versus winter, it's summer 20%, winter 10%.
Mm-hmm. I just woke up someone's dog with the squeaky door. I'm sorry. I guess I won't do that again.
Did you get your AC fixed? Yes. Funny story with that. So it went out late night. Went out to check it. It was an emergency call to the HVAC people. They came out, and our HVAC company told us it was the compressor, and it would need to be sourced via our AC unit, the company, which they didn't service. So they had to call in the carrier, and we had to wait 24 hours. And with no update from them, we called a new HVAC company trying to get AC desperately. And within 30 minutes, they had a guy out here diagnosing it was not the compressor, but rather the start capacitor. Fixed it in 2 minutes, and we had AC. So, yes, it is fixed. And that was a big relief because that one day I did not have AC. It was 85 degrees in this house. It was unbearable.
You were dying this week.
I was, yeah.
We have a new update just in from the Northern Indiana office, a flood advisory now in effect for Berrien County. It's in effect until 6 a.m.
Yeah, I have no knowledge of HVAC, and neither does my family at all. So I believe I think it was Julie, actually, one of our subscribers, told me it was probably the capacitor, and I should have paid more attention. But in that moment, I was more so focused on trying to figure out the call to the HVAC over the star capacitor versus, whatever. I have no knowledge. So, and that's what it was, Matt. It was actually cheaper than that. It was about $150 in total between labor and call fee and parts. So, no confirmation, Adam, of that. Hold on. No confirmation. Tornado on a storm near Mason Holt from Thursday. Parents Hill, no power. No, there is no tornado from Thursday storm near Mason. Likely going to have damaging winds there along that storm. We actually had eyes on that. I know there was a funnel cloud reported by a chaser, but we also had eyes on that. Didn't see it. Didn't really verify it. And as far as we know, to our knowledge, there has not been anything confirmed out of that area. What are you thinking, Joel?
See those cells right up the front. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna do anything. But you look at that movement right in front of the line, and you're like, oh man. It's like the Livonia situation, kind of.
Yeah, it's not organized, so that's the difference.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna stay south.
Yeah, it's not impressing me at the least. Run a poll for what people keep their AC at. Man.
I mean, there'd be like 17 different options because it's like.
All right. You guys want to do that poll? We're probably going to pop out of here pretty soon, though. So
yeah,
if we do it, it'll be probably one of the last ones we do.
Yep. For those just tuning in, I know people come in and out. First of all, if you're coming in and out, hit that like button. Appreciate it. Second, severe risk again for those who have not been watching. It's going to be just the border right here right now. So Cass County, St. Joseph County, pretty much right along US 12 there in points south. So it's pretty much a very, very small population. At this point, we're kind of just in here, hanging out with y'all. So making sure nothing does go warren. There'll be like a tiny sliver of Michigan, but Michigan's Michigan.
All right. We have the new Day 2 Outlook just got released.
Do we? That's Monday night?
Yep. The entire Upper Peninsula is in a risk. The Western Peninsula in a slight risk. And the entirety looks like the entirety of Western Lower Michigan's in a marginal. That's for Monday.
That would probably be like really early Tuesday morning then.
Probably. All right, I'm going to put 4 options on here. So you guys pick the closest to you.
I have chased a significant tornado before. So significant tornadoes EF2, EF3. Violent tornado would be EF4, EF5. Ryan and I both chased that same one in Jay County. It was significant. EF2.
That was a fun chase too, because that tornado took on many shapes. It was what appeared to be multi-vortex to a stovepipe to a cone.
A wedge.
A wedge there for a minute. Yeah, it was the whole shebang of tornadic aesthetics, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, new poll is up on Facebook asking, what do you keep your AC at in the summertime? A lot of you guys are throwing out a surprise, to me at least, surprise. So 70 or less is the first choice, 74 is the second choice, 78 is the third choice, 80 or higher is the fourth choice. Insanity, guys. I have mine set right around 76 or so. In the lead is 70 or less, with 52% of you saying 70 or less. I would not envy your electric bills. Do you have public events or parades in the upcoming months? Deborah, that is a great question. Unfortunately, at this point, we have nothing public scheduled. We do have a couple of private events that we're looking at doing, but if anything comes up public-wise, we will let you guys know. We did just do one at a library. Where was that at, Joel?
Howard City.
Howard City. There we go. We see when Joel and Chandler are up there doing a presentation. So we do those occasionally. But for right now, we have nothing scheduled to our knowledge. We did the 4th of July parade in Schoolcraft last year, but we're going to take this year off from 4th of July, enjoy it with our families. So we're not going to be in that one again, unfortunately.
Schoolcraft has a lot of construction this year. I don't think they're having the parade. It's like perhaps a little bit of a hail course starting to form over Edwardsburg. Chandler's house. Chandler, you up, buddy? It's right over his house.
He'll be up in a second, I'm sure.
Quick, text him.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end this poll here pretty soon. And I think we're close to ending this stream.
Playing well, you guys are good. Again, Severe is pretty much right with this cell riding the state line right now. It's looking to stay out of Michigan or stay south of the border.
$62? Man, I could not survive if the AC set at 62. That would be freezing. Kathy says, do the gritty one more time before you log off.
Next time I dance will be at 14,000. Sorry, y'all.
Let's check the subscriber count. 13,364.
We're not getting it tonight. You gotta save. You gotta save it for the next one. If I do too much dancing, it's just gonna get old.
Looks like an SWS has just been issued just across the border. There it is, just popped in. Okay, I'll take mine real quick. Blue box here just popped in. Not for Michigan, but it does encompass just across the border in Indiana. And that is going to be for wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour.
New special alert statement? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
That's like teasing the border there.
It is.
It's not gonna pop up in mine for like 2 more minutes, but
that's fine. And this is kind of diving south too, so it shouldn't really be a Michigan affected Michigan here. So Elkhart will be in the line of fire, so to speak. But there's just some strong thunderstorms here. All right, what's that poll doing here? Let's go ahead and end that in 2 minutes. Actually, it's not going to be any different. 52% of you say AC is set at 70 or less. And then 37% say 74. 8% say 78. 3% say 80 or higher. That is surprising to me. Go ahead and end that. Well, Joel, what are you thinking?
I think it's getting its act together in Elkhart.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, but it's across the state line.
It's, I mean, if you want to hop off, I'm fine with staying up a little bit longer with the awesome peoples.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, my personal AC is set at 76 in summer, and sometimes that is too hot, and sometimes it's too cold. Depends on the day.
Yeah. Isaac says you better dance at 14 or 15K. Ryan, 15K.
Well, anyway, this wild card is taking a.
I'm 24. Someone asked about my age. Do I look younger? Probably. Is it moving a tiny bit northeast now? It's a good question. I have those little feeder cells kind of trying to push a little bit more north. How do you see the dance? Well, I wasn't going to retweet it, but I did kind of retweet it on my Twitter, or X as you call it. So if you want to look at it, it's over there. If you back up the stream, you can also watch it. But Isaac clipped it and posted on X. So
I just want to also point out South Bend gusted to 41
wow.
as of 1:56. So a short time ago with this storm that's special weather statemented. So Elkhart, if you have family or friends, I mean it's not severe. I wouldn't say it's worth making those guys up, but
I
it
would
is
say
a
it's
strong
about to be.
storm. Yeah, I'm thinking that too there, Joel. Elkhart, Middlebury, Goshen, Indiana area, just across the border there. That would be the area of concern for some gustier winds there. There actually is a MEDAR in Elkhart, but it's not going to update, unfortunately, for a little bit of time. But we'll have an idea of how strong these winds are with this MEDAR station. And all that MEDAR station is doing is just reporting time, temp, humidity, dew point, stuff like that.
Hello, Rhombus. Yes, we are the Michigan Storm Chasers. Number 1 team in Michigan.
Should I be worried in Plainwell? No, you shouldn't be. Not at all.
If we're not chasing, we're covering radar.
Yep.
We're doing right now. Plus, it's hard to chase at night, anyways. You know.
New GR2 scan 54.8 near Elkhart. Additional SWS now for Elkhart. They went SWS instead of a warning. Wind gust to 40 is what they're saying.
Interesting. Okay. Gail?
Be curious if Elkhart gusts. So, Gail, thank you for your super sticker. Appreciate your support. Should I be worried in cold water? No. I think Michigan's threat at this point is pretty much done. But you do have a shot tonight for rain and thunder and lightning across the entire state. Flood warning or flood advisory for Berrien now. Flood advisory until 6 a.m. So all of Berrien County, pay attention if you're out on the roadways for some reason this time of night, 2:14 a.m. Make sure that you're taking precautions and not driving through any flooded roadways that you cannot see the bottom of.
Frosty with a $1.99 super chat. Love the streams. Also, is Southeast Michigan safe? Southeast Michigan, you guys are safe. Safe. I'd zoom out a little bit. Kalamazoo, you guys are just dealing with some moderate rain. Again, the severe threat right now is this one cell, I would have to say, at this point. Kind of riding right down the state line.
Can you show radar for Kalamazoo?
Just did.
Okay, I'm
You're good. Not
I'm
paying
here.
attention.
I'll be here.
Fine.
It's been a long day. Man, how many hours have we been live today in total? 2.5 earlier, 20 minutes for the warning in Port Austin. So
Another
we've been
3 hours
live
tonight.
for 3 hours. That's 5, right around 6.5. Well, about 6. Yeah. Plus the videos made this morning and the briefings and stuff like that. So you could technically count about 7 hours total worth of videos put out today. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
We're spending more time streaming than we are sleeping.
I feel like that's not healthy. This is basically our job, and we're not even like, it's not even our full-time job. No severe weather threat for tomorrow. You guys get a day off. Severe weather threat moves off to the northeast, New England area. And then we're looking at very, very late Monday night into Tuesday morning would be severe weather threat. And then Tuesday's timing, we'll see when we get there. Yeah, so what you're looking at radar right now is the rain radar. Anywhere you see the reds and the oranges and the reds, sometimes the purples, that's going to be your heaviest of rains. Doesn't mean it's going to be severe or anything. Just means heavy rain's happening there. And that's, again, with PWAT values or precipitable water index values, over 2 inches of rainfall or over 2 inches tonight. Good rainfall rates, definitely some flooding possibilities out there tonight. We already have Berrien County in a flood advisory. So it's a question, Ryan. Are me and my brother allowed to share a membership?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
Sure, why not?
We're not going to come after you.
Again, like we're not the police. If you want to do that, that's fine. Again, it's totally optional if you want to donate. Best way you can support us is liking the page, liking any posts, any videos that we do. Just keep hitting the like button over and over, even if it's like a severe thunderstorm warning graphic that you see on Facebook. Just like button. Rain for Jackson, yes. Yeah, for those we're getting a lot of late night members coming and going right now. Severe, just the border.
I'm probably going to call it a night here soon, Joel.
That's fine.
All right. You're going to stay on here then?
Yes, I will.
All right. I'm going to sign off here, guys. I'm going to pop out and grab some night's sleep. So you all have a great evening. And I'll see you guys likely tomorrow morning for our members for our video. And then also that'll get released publicly a little bit later on in the day. That'll be about Monday and Tuesday's risks. So stay tuned for that. All right. You guys enjoy your evening. I'm going to pop out of here. You guys stay safe. All right.
Bye, Ryan. That's me. Why? There we go. Whoa. Hold up. There we go. Much better. Had me for a second. Oh, I see how it is. Everyone's leaving when Ryan's leaving. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, there's really nothing severe happening the rest of the night. It's just me at this point. Just looking at the radar. You guys are so kind. I am the Lone Ranger. Yeah. I mean, it's either this option, y'all, or it's this option. Headshot. Matthew, watch your caps. We have a rule here: no caps, no all caps. The bigger option. All right, I'm gonna stay right here. Ingham County, moderate to heavy rain. Flooding in low-lying areas. What face did I make? I am the only severe happening tonight. All right. Goodness. How is the thunder and lightning out there tonight for those who are living kind of along this line? I saw some purple bolts across the sky earlier here in Mount Pleasant, but there was only like 7 of them maybe. And the thunder was like really, really deep when it happened. But again, it's been light raining for the past 2 hours, and I haven't heard thunder, I think, since like 11 o'clock. There are no warnings currently. There is a special weather statement that is on the border, but not in Michigan. I guess I'll change it. I'll change the operation mode from special weather statement all clear, since this is right on the border there. Check velocity, just make sure I'm not missing anything. You can really see how it intensified there for a second. We were like, oh boy, from South Bend down the road into Elkhart, and then it kind of just, it's still there. River Dunlap. So if you know anybody who lives south of Middlebury, still some really intense winds heading their way. This is like 60-mile-per-hour winds at 1,200 feet off the ground. So that's most likely mixing the ground there in Indiana. But here in Michigan, nothing severe. Boy, and then I go to look at radar. I come back and there's 20 comments. You guys are awesome. Yes, I go to CMU. Fire up chips. I'm here. CMU. Well, Southeast Michigan. I know a lot of you guys are watching from Southeast Michigan. What happened today? Well, in the briefing, as we mentioned last night, or this morning as well. Yes, this morning as well. It said that first round would be a warm front rider, meaning any storms along the warm front could go severe, and we saw that today, Gladwin County. That was kind of the storm mode for the day first, and then we had kind of a meh second round. Really didn't do much in the way of severe. That cell also, by the way, that was in Gladwin County. That was tornado warned earlier today. Was the one that actually did get tornado warned in Port Huron. So that was a long tracked supercell. Made it all the way across the bay. And as far as we know, it was a tornadic water spout, but it did not come on shore. And our tornado count in Michigan still remains at 9, unless, of course, I totally forgot. We did have some damage up there in Gladwin County. So the National Weather Service at Gaylord office will be driving down to the Gladwin area tomorrow to survey. And we'll get a word from them probably sometime tomorrow evening. 30 to 40 mile per hour winds in Jackson, eh? Gusty there. Gusty showers. Looks like it. Yeah, no problem, y'all. Waterspout was offshore Port Huron, so very tip of the thumb. Way up here. Way up here. That was where it was at. It pretty much went right across there. Good sound effects for y'all. Port Austin. Did I say Port Huron? I meant Port Austin. Sorry, y'all. I chased a lot today. If I move the mic on the desk, do you guys hear that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just realized I moved it when I was talking, and you probably heard the big rumble. Oh no. Sorry. It was not me tooting. It was the mic. It has this big stand on it. Yeah. I knew someone was going to comment on it. Late night crew for the win. Still got 730 of y'all in here between Facebook and YouTube. If you haven't followed us on either platform, what you waiting for? Again, totally optional. Whatever you find is easier. I gotta keep it PG. You never know when they're gonna strike me down for saying something bad. Okay. Lowell, somebody's watching from Lowell, hometown. Go Red Arrows. Julie, not true. It's my mic. Oh, you follow us on TikTok too? Awesome. We technically have 5 accounts. Well, I guess you could count the Linktree, even though the Linktree is just a place where all our links are at. If you follow us on Linktree, that's technically our 6th. So we have the 5 accounts are our main ones: Facebook, YouTube, X or Twitter, and then we also have Instagram and TikTok. And Instagram and TikTok have between both of those platforms combined around 5,000. So yes, I need to drink more water. I'll take a sip. Ryan's in chat. I was class of 2018 at Lowell, so maybe. TikTok name is MI Storm Chasers. Same as Instagram. Working on a Discord, potentially. We're working on a lot of other things right now. Discord will be maybe a winter project or something. Again, that's just another thing we'd have to moderate. And right now, working on other things. Shh, I'm not here, he says, even though you have the wrench logo next to your name. Not sneaky. You couldn't miss out. Who's in here watching right now? Pretty much using the stream as an ASMR. No worries if you're not. I mean, fall asleep to Joel commentating on some rain showers. Yeah, 10 seconds of silence broken up by the occasional talking. I might take over the TikTok account someday. Start doing some silly dances on that. So I promise that. I can't commit to it. I will not bring my mic close to my mouth because I know that kind of blows out some speakers in people's places. And there's 736 of you guys watching right now, and I'm not going to, do that. No, there's no reason to fall asleep watching the stream. Nothing wrong with that. Don't feel guilty. There's nothing going on. We're watching a storm that's riding right down the border right now. And by we, I mean I, even though Ryan's in here. Three Rivers just hopping on. You guys are right. Three Rivers. Where? I should know this by now. Somewhere in here. Right there. You guys are in a big boatload of rain. Winds probably 30 to 40 at most. Nothing severe. Oh, we got a super chat. It's from Sarah. ASMR with Joel. Thank you for the super chat, Sarah, and your support to the channel. It's much appreciated. Because if I bring my mic closer. Welcome to ASMR with Joel. Currently, there is a storm heading down the border north of LaGrange, south of Sturgis. We're watching it for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Whisper? Come on. We're watching 60-mile-per-hour winds south of Middlebury right now. It's not severe warned, but it might be. If you're in Elkhart County on the eastern side, be on alert for some strong damaging winds around 60 miles per hour, but right now 40 to 50 miles per hour. Elsewhere in Michigan, showers and thunderstorms with some deep rumbling thunder tonight. All right. Make one of those TikTok pages where I have 100,000 followers just for me doing ASMR and just tapping on the mic. You guys are going to sleep so well tonight. The rain is good to fall asleep to. Oh, I have a special weather statement. Thank you. Something to announce. Okay, special weather statement in effect for southern. I'm matching up here. Southern St. Joseph, southwest corner branch, and then of course, that's going to be Steuben County in Indiana. So it's going to be right here. Everyone's still laugh crying over this. All right. ASMR special weather statement. Special weather statement has been issued by the National Weather Service, Northern Indiana. At 2:29, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over White Pigeon, 12 miles south of Three Rivers, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour is the main hazard. Radar indicated. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. And now there's 20 city names to name off. Sturgis, LaGrange, Constantine, White Pigeon, Topeka, Scott, Fawn River, Wolcottville. Mind you, a lot of these are in Indiana. Shipshawana, Honeyville, Brushy Prairie, Killinger Lake, Big Long Lake, Howe, Plato, Stroh, Brighton, Mongo, Indianola, and Woodruff. This includes Interstate 80 in Indiana between mile markers 109 and 133. This is the conclusion of your special weather statement for Southern St. Joseph and Southwest Branch. Hit that like button. Ryan's still in here. The storm that won't go away from the Michigan-Indiana border. It just does not want to die south. It just wants to ride it. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you. I'm gonna start shouting in my mic if you just said that. Cold water, the strongest, the special air statement is going to be just south of you. If you live south of cold water, so if you live, in the vicinity of like the border per se, so further down I-69, then I would say watch out for this one. But if you live in like downtown Coldwater, points north, you guys should be okay. We are watching a little bit of a damaging wind threat here, as you can see. A little bit of QLCS notches in here. Kind of up and down this line, but again, this is staying away from Michigan for the most part. It's all good. Get this storm over to Tecumseh so I can go to sleep. It's just heavy rain up by you guys. See all this right up here? This is all just heavy rain. If you guys are in downtown Coldwater, you guys should be good. As you can see, the strongest of the winds are down the line here south of the border. Just making sure. I don't even know why I'm looking at Indiana. Because they're awesome, just like us. Stream is now 90% females. Well. Identify as Joel ASMR weather statements. That's a new one. Northern Oakland County, you guys are good. All right, I'll go get more water. Now you have to look at my closet door for 30 seconds then. It's a beautiful closet door. You know what's funny is because these are always archived on YouTube, you can always go back and watch these. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube, It's right here. Right on this line. I don't know if you can make a sticker for Joel ASMR. As much, it just might have to be an inside joke that we just know. Again, there's 655 of you guys in here right now between YouTube and Facebook, which appreciate you guys for watching and sticking around. Is the boogeyman in my closet? No, but my whole wardrobe is. It's a mess in there. Devin, did I make you tired? You can go to sleep. Look at those pinks on the radar. That's a lot of heavy rain. You can see the intensity of the storm right here. Look at. Well, it doesn't really match up with like where the winds are at per se. So I think we're just gonna keep watching it. Oh, silly me! I forgot to change the banner. Special weather statement. My bad. Baba Booey, you're so out of pocket. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Funny. You are funny. But there's not much to talk about. My neighbor outside just did a swear word. I don't know if it got picked up on the mic. I'm sorry. I think we're good now. Yeah, you guys just can't leave now. Who knows what's going to happen next? I might just gritty again. I don't know. Yeah, if stuff gets weird. Like that little thingy bob that doesn't match up with anything in a lot. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Emma, what are you doing? Not the person Emma, the town of Emma. Looks like it's a QLCS notch right there. I don't even know why I'm looking at. I keep getting distracted by Indiana. It's not even here. There's nothing going on in Michigan. I think you guys are just keeping me on at this point. Are we going to have to worry about the 20 by 40 tent in a yard in Westland eventually? I did not see any tents today, but I did see one of those covers that you put in the back of like a pickup truck. It was upside down on the road. So maybe those. Is the blob coming alive? The blob's coming alive for LaGrange County, yes. Yes, it is staying south of Jackson County.
Everybody stay calm. It's going to be a nice night to go to sleep to some nice soothing rain outside your window. If you're in LaGrange County, watch out for some damaging wind still. You are watching MSC After Dark. It is just Joel, and Ryan is watching in the chat, I think. I have to cover up my arms according to Dawn. Also, it's on big screen, so like you can't see my arms.
Oh, hey Rocker, am I gonna haunt your dreams? I'm sorry. Baba Booey, you're really gonna make me put this up, aren't you? For the $5 super chat, I'd be comfortable falling asleep to the new permanent ASMR stream if you promise to yell if the storm gets dicey. I'm so scared. Please hold me. Only you. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Baba Booey, for the $5 super chat and your support of the channel. You got it. I will yell if there's something crazy about to happen. It's weird that little notch does not match up with velocity. Gotta have like an embedded supercell though, for sure. Right over Emma. Goodness. I wish I could hand out memberships to the late night crew, but it does it random to whoever's subscribed to us on YouTube. So we also ran out, unfortunately. We used them all up. Do you ever see weird things on radar that you can't explain? Yes, all the time. Sometimes we look at all the meso maps behind the scene and we still don't know what's going on. So we have an idea of what's going on, but Michigan has a lot of micro scale events that go on, like the lake breezes and stuff like that. Yes, 671 of you guys on right now. Oops. Brandon DeWitt, welcome to becoming a YouTube member here at MSC. Welcome to the team. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you very much. Membership's totally optional, of course. Every once in a while, a lot of people like to gift memberships here at MSC, just like Sarah just did. I'm going to keep right-clicking. There we go. Sarah Davison with one gifted membership. Thank you, Sarah, for your support. And if you're subscribed here on YouTube, you have a chance at winning a gifted membership as long as your settings are turned on as such. So thank you, Sarah. General thunderstorms right now in Coldwater. Nothing severe. It's just off to your south right now. You see nothing in the way. Here's your wind radar. There's nothing really going on. I'm not sure, Sarah, about that. The mods would know. Cheyenne with a gifted membership, and Jacqueline as well with 1 gifted membership. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much for your support, and be sure to thank them if you got a gifted membership. And you have to be a subscriber on YouTube. Again, subscribing on YouTube is free. Current time here is 2:50 a.m. on this Sunday morning. We have a special weather statement in effect for southern St. Joseph and southwestern Branch County, very corner of southwestern Branch County, or whatever township's sitting right here. Please explain the give to her. So that's another way to support us, is to give stars on Facebook. It's the same as like a $2 super chat on YouTube. It's just a general way to support the channel. Totally optional. But we do appreciate you guys if you have been sending stars. Again, we don't get the notifications here on stream that you guys give stars, but afterward we go back and see who sent stars. And yeah, we thank you guys so much for sending those. Yes, good to sleep in Kalamazoo. Ryan, are you still in here? I made him fall asleep. Yeah. Brandon DeWitt with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you so much. Continued support here at MSC. Thank you. Looks like at this point, our wind threat has officially died down. And so at this point, I hate to do this, but it seems like we're in the clear for tonight. And so that means I'm about to get off. So perhaps some 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. No, it's not even 40. 30 mile per hour winds, perhaps still riding along the border there. But at this point, it looks like the severe is officially over for southern Michigan tonight and all of Michigan tonight. Good recap before we leave. Showers and thunderstorms across the entire state, pretty much south of 96 right now. It looks like it's starting to dry out. Southeast Michigan, you'll see a rain later this morning. It's already 3 a.m., crazy enough. This is your overview of the map. There is rain going on in the thumb as well. It's just too far away from the radar. And yeah, that's literally it. There's just one strong thunderstorm down here on the border right now. But yeah, we will be back. Don't be alarmed. No severe today for Sunday. And we'll be back doing the Sunday Night Weekly tonight here on MSC, YouTube, Facebook. If you're not following, turn on the post notifications.
And we will be going live at 7 p.m. So don't miss out. Sunday Night Weekly. But with that being said, I'm Joel Fritzma. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in today. Love each and every one of you guys. Subscribe on YouTube so I can dance when I get to 14K. And that is all. This is ASMR Joel signing off. Have a great night, everybody. And we'll see you in the next live stream. Good night, everyone.